Welcome to Week 7 of high school football right here on STTV as your Nichols County Grizzlies take on the Bluefield Beavers. As I want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Hi, everybody. I'm Grant Kuiper. Alongside me is Evan Prendergast and Jackson Morston. Guys, how's it going?
Doing good, Grant. Glad to be back here for another home game in the Den. Exciting game. We got Bluefield coming down to the Den. It's going to be a great game tonight.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for having me on here. I'm excited to see what the Grizzlies can do tonight. And, again, thank you for having me on here, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you're able to be a part of the team. Evan, it just keeps on growing.
Yes, it does, and it's exciting to see. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it's just great. Great atmosphere. I love being on the TV. Love doing it. It's just like the radio, but you get to see the face a little better, so, you know.
Yeah, so obviously a big game tonight, right? Obviously last week didn't go the way we wanted it to. So how do you think the Grizzlies are going to be able to bounce back tonight?
I mean, I think they just have to keep their head down. It's not really pay attention to the past. You can't live in the past. You know, don't look too far ahead either. I mean, you know, this is crunch time. This is halfway point through the season. You're 2-3 now, and you need at least 6, I believe, to go to the playoffs.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yes. So I mean, you know, this is that they can't pay attention to that. They can't pay attention to the past games that they've won or lost. They just have to go out there and play Grizzly ball.
You have to go 1 week at a time, right? And
absolutely.
You got to put what happened in the rearview mirror last week, and you can't focus on that. But you also cannot focus on your standings, right? You can't pay attention to the standings because then that's when mistakes start to happen.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 1 week at a time, you guys are exactly right with that. And this Grizzly team, they can only afford one more loss. However, that's not something to worry about. You just got to attack the game each play at a time, 1 quarter at a time, and just give it all you got, and the scoreboard will take care of itself.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another thing to look at right now is the schedule that they have coming up. I mean, it's not an easy schedule that they have. I mean, Bluefield's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I think the biggest game coming up is going to be an away Independence team.
Absolutely.
And they are hot right now. They're rolling. We also have Greenbrier East on the schedule.
Greenbrier East is very tough this year.
Yes, they are. So, I mean, nothing light come from here on out. But I think that, you know, the Grizzlies, the best thing for them to do is, like we've been saying, keep their head down. This is a good team. This is a good football team. They have it in them to go a far way this season. It's just a matter of whether they're going to keep kind of shooting themselves in the foot or if they're going to get out of their own way and do it.
And this Bluefield team is a very well-coached team, very disciplined. Fred Simon has a lot of experience, coached teams that played for state championships, and expect a very disciplined Bluefield team tonight.
Definitely.
Well, guys, I'm excited to say we have a sideline reporter. So how about we send it down to the newest member of our team, Gavin Smith. Gavin, take it away.
Gavin Smith here. We're at Nichols County Memorial Stadium. Stands are packed, fans seem ready to go, so do our Grizzlies. I just have a few things to say before the game gets started. I think if something's not working, we need to change it up, keep Bluefield on their toes. I think that we need to let the stupid mistakes go. Don't let them get to our head. Don't let errors make errors. I think we need to keep on pushing, keep on going, make the next play better than the last. Thank you guys up there. Back up to you.
So it's about game time. Those were great
Yes.
keys to the game. Which one stands out to you the most, Evan?
I think just don't letting the mistakes keep adding on, keep tacking on. If you make one mistake, that's fine, but don't let them add up to make a huge mistake and then ultimately lose the game. You know, you got to stay, just like I said earlier, stay out of your own way. Don't give into the mental side of the game. Just go play football.
And I think as far as play goes, I think Nichols County, first of all, is going to establish the run game with Devin Nash. I think that's going to be very important for us. And also, you know, this Bluefield team has been scheming to stop the run game tonight.
Yes.
So I think what's going to be very important for the Grizzlies are third down conversions and see if we can get a couple pass completions to help move this offense down the field.
Definitely. I think we're going to have to rely on quarterback Colton Helms' arm a lot tonight. But,
yes,
you know, I like that. There's not another quarterback that I'd rather rely on. You know, he's proven time and time again this year that he can make the throws he needs to make. I think him and Nash in the backfield is a great duo to have because you can lean on either one depending on the situation.
Absolutely.
So we're about doing the coin toss. We'll see what's going to happen there. Like you guys said, the third down conversions are going to be key, but also another big key thing to me is not being behind the chains.
Yeah, definitely. You got to play forward, move the ball forward, progression. You got to go forward, and it's a big way to kill a drive by one bad play and a loss of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Grant, starting a drive on first down, you get behind the chains. I think if the Grizzlies can prevent that, it's only going to benefit us. And, I mean, like you said, getting behind the chains, the game is won in the trenches. So pay attention to the O and defensive line of the Grizzlies to see if we are winning those battles up front.
So we've talked about the offensive side of things. What does the defense have to do?
I mean, right now you're playing a very tough Bluefield team. You know, we've said that. Like Jackson mentioned earlier, they are a well-coached, experienced coach program. I think the biggest thing for the defense is just play tough. I mean, go out there every single drive and hit hard. I mean, give it your all, drive in, drive out. Show this offense of the Bluefield team that you're not intimidated by them. I think that's the biggest thing.
I agree with you, Evan, and I think if we can force Bluefield to have to convert on third down, it will benefit us as the game goes on.
Definitely. And, you know, time and time again you see these teams go up against these heavy-hitting teams, and they just kind of hand it to them. You know, they don't make it hard on them. The way to win a football game, in my opinion, is put pressure on their team, make them work for it.
Absolutely.
Don't just give it to them on a silver platter. And I think that's what we have to do tonight.
So how about Colton Burkhammer? Obviously had the ACL thing.
Yes.
He's still kicking extra points. It looks like he's out here getting ready to kick off. What an unbelievable thing that is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's common in football, guys playing through injury, and you're not always aware of it from the spectator point of view. But I think Burkhammer has done a great job pushing through that because he is a very big part of this team. I mean, PATs and field goals can come in handy when games get down to the wire, and it makes all the difference to have a good kicker like we do in Burkhammer.
Definitely. And especially in high school, too. It's not often you see a good high school kicker around here.
So the Grizzlies are going to kick off to start. The Beavers will start with the ball. We are happy you are with us on SCTV as we get ready for some Friday Night Lights. Alrighty, we have an onside kick right off the bat, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Beavers right around the 40.
Bold play there by the Grizzlies, but I like it.
I like the aggression coming out of the gate.
Set the tone, for sure.
Absolutely.
Set the tone.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 about at the 42-yard line here. So 1st and 10, what's going to make a good defensive stance for the Grizzlies?
I think they just have to, I mean, like Jackson said, in the trenches. Put pressure on the quarterback. Show them you're not afraid of him. You know, Bluefield has a big front line.
Yeah.
Obviously, as we can see here.
Yeah, they're going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to get try to
powerful
cut it.
Team.
Yeah, try to cut it around the outside there, and he's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, that's a good start for the Grizzly defense, I think.
Not a bad first play. I think we can do a little bit better job on the edge of containing the running back. It looks like Bluefield likes to do the motion, so we got moving pieces. This defense has got to communicate that motion across, but not too bad of a start there on first down.
So it's going to bring up about 2nd and medium here at the 45-yard line as number 2, Wilson, is at the quarterback position, and he's going to hand it off to number 9, Jones again.
Big stop there by the Grizzly defense. And like you said earlier, Jackson, make them work for it. 3rd downs. 3rd and long as well, 3rd and 7.
This is where if Bluefield's gonna get a first down, they're going to have to earn it.
Yes.
And you pick up 1 or 2 yards, if at that. So like you said, it's going to be 3rd and long here, right at the 46. So we'll see what the call is. They're getting the call from the sideline right now.
Looks like they're going to go
empty set. Definitely going to be passing the ball here. Boys got to guard the sticks.
Yes, and that's where the Grizzly defense has to be ready for that pass.
And it's going to get completed there to number 14, Hess, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Beavers.
And that was close there. I think the Grizzlies, for the first kind of pass defense, they didn't let any yards after the catch. They contained the receiver. Got to play a little bit more on the ball, though.
Got to be on our toes. Secondary has to stay ready all night because it looks like Bluefield's coming with that empty set once again. Got to anticipate pass here.
1st and 10 at the 46 for the Beavers as they're going to look to pass again, and it's complete to number 7, Calhoun, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards there.
And Bluefield is quick with the pass. I mean, snap, throw, snap, throw, snap, throw. From what we can see in the first 2 throws so far, Grizzlies had to be ready for that. Brennan Smith off the edge there was close to getting a hand on that.
And I'm a fan of the tempo that this Bluefield offense is utilizing here early in the game.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6 at the 42 for the Beavers. And they're going to hand it off to number 9, Jones again, and he's going to be still on his feet, and he's going to get right around there out the sideline. Took multiple Grizzlies to push him out there.
That's a beast of a man because even Devin Nash couldn't bring him down right there.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a tough run by Jones right there.
So first, go ahead,
That's
Evan.
what the Grizzlies have to be ready for all night. I mean, this is a big, powerful team, and they're going to utilize that against the Grizzlies. I mean, they're going to fight for every single yard, and the Grizzly defense has to be ready for that, has to adjust every single play.
So the Beavers are marching down the field. It's 1st and 10 at the 30. And Jones is going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete up the sideline, still on his feet. And he's going to go, they're going to call him out, and that is number 11, Smith. So, Jamarius Smith. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yes, it's going to be 1st and 10. They're moving right now. Bluefield is moving. Grizzlies have to do a better job of kind of playing the ball. I mean, they got to stay on top of it.
Yeah, and if you notice, Bluefield likes to spread this defense out, use those screens to spread us out, and they will run it right at us.
So 1st and 10 at the 18, and they're going to hand it off to Jones, and Jones is going to try to cut it up the outside, and he's going to continue to fight, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 5-yard line there.
And this is, I hate to see this for 2 reasons. One, of course, because he's breaking the tackles, and 2, that's such a motivation killer for the Grizzlies defense. I mean, not only is he breaking 1, 2, and 3 tackles, he's also picking up a 1st down every single run. So that's something the Grizzlies have to stay ahead of. Tackle, tackle, tackle. Stay on the ball.
1st and goal at the 5, and Wilson's going to look to pass, and it's complete, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. It is
not quite sure who caught that ball there.
I believe it was 14.
14, so Hess
Number
with the
14,
touchdown
yes,
for
Jordan Hess,
for the Beavers.
sophomore. And looks like his offense staying on the field here.
Looks like it. It might be setting up for an extra point. So Beavers go down the score here in about 2.5 minutes. Grizzlies are going to get the ball, though. And you saw some good stops there. But we'll have to see what the Grizzlies can come up with as the offense is going to stay on the field, and they're going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to take it up the middle and get in for the 2-point conversion. So it's going to be 8-0 Beavers with 9:23 to go.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Grizzlies right now can't let that affect them. You know, they knew coming into this game that Bluefield is a heavy-hitting team. They're going to go down and charge the field fast and efficiently. Grizzlies saw that coming. Grizzly offense now has to go out and do their best to do the exact same thing.
We're seeing a very balanced attack from the Bluefield offense, utilizing those screen passes to spread us out on defense. And they're not doing anything complicated. It's just they spread us out using those screen passes, like I said, and then coming right at us with a run off the tackle. We just got to bow up.
Yes, and like you said earlier, before the game, Jackson, this is a very experienced Bluefield coach. I mean, he knows how to adapt to a defense or an offense very quickly, very efficiently, and he's demonstrating that tonight so far.
So Grizzlies are going to get the ball here. I'm going to assume Bluefield's done their research and knows that Nash is so well at breaking tackles there. It'll be interesting to see how the passing game comes along as well, as number 9, Jones, is going to kick it off for the Beavers. The Grizzlies will get the ball here with 9:23 to go.
I think what's going to benefit the Grizzlies here is if we can control the ball.
And number 24, Cooper Lanham, is going to recover the ball right around the 39-yard line.
I think one of the biggest keys to this game for both teams is who can control, like you had said there, Jackson. Both teams are coming into this with something to prove here tonight, especially the Grizzlies. Each team is going to utilize the weakness of the other team, obviously, but so far Bluefield demonstrated that to a T on the first drive. Grizzlies need to stay in control of their game let nothing else affect what they're doing here tonight.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Grizzlies. As snap back to Helms and going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to break a couple tackles and gain about 3 or 4 yards there.
Yes.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line, it looks like.
And that's all we have to do as the Grizzlies. We can't let their first drive get in our head and say we got to go for it all. I mean, you're not going to get back 8 points in one throw. We have to just work the field, play Grizzly ball, and if we take more time off the clock, great. And if we don't, we get a big play, then let it come to us. Don't force it.
I agree, Evan. And all you need is 2.5 yards, and we'll take that all day.
Yes.
So Grizzlies 2nd and 7. Helms is going to look to pass, and it is complete to number 7, Spencer Kuiper.
And again, with the quick throw, you know, we are not forcing anything. We're just working the field slowly but surely, playing to our strengths.
Looked very nice there.
Yes.
This 3rd down conversion here is going to be key for the Grizzlies as they're in no man's land in the middle of the field. I'm going to assume the ball's going to Nash up the middle somewhere. Let's see if they can do this here.
3rd and 2 at the 47. And Helms is going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to fight up the middle. He's going to continue to push, and it looks like he's going to be just short. Yeah, it's going to be close. So do you go for it here? It's 4th and 1. Like you said, you're in kind of a no man's land, so what's the call here as head coach?
I think we're going to see a similar look, maybe some trickeration, maybe some motion to throw the defense off just a little bit to get that advantage. It looks like we don't even need a full yard here, maybe a foot. If we can get Nash to the line of scrimmage and fall forward, that's all we need here.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I was thinking. These are the plays Devin Nash was made for. I mean, whether he gets a yard or 100 yards, he's going to fight for every single last one of them, and that's just what he does. These plays are made for him.
So they're going to hand off to Nash, and he's going to get up the middle. It's going to be close, and he's going to be pushed just back. It's going to see where they're going to mark him here.
It's close.
It is close.
It is very close.
Very close.
The ball could have crossed.
That first surge there was key, and then they pushed him back. It's where the
like to see the chain.
they're giving it to the Beavers here.
I mean, that is inches.
Yeah, like you said, it would be nice to see the chain gang come out here, but they went ahead and make the call, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Beavers.
I mean, that is seriously inches away.
And back to what we were saying earlier about the trenches there.
Yes.
Needed a little push from the offensive line, didn't quite get it. Let's hope the defense can bounce back here.
He had that initial surge, and then the momentum just stopped. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 48 for the Beavers.
Similar.
And we get a flag here.
Going to be false start.
I'm going to assume, yeah. We will listen into the call.
Dead ball. False start. Gives the offense number 55. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So you get him behind the chains. This is what you want if you're the Grizzlies. How do you capitalize on this?
I think putting pressure. I can't imagine they'll be running the ball on 1st and 15. However, if they do, we just got to tackle him at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to throw it here.
Yeah, they're going to look to pass, and he's going to have number 14 wide open. It's going to fall incomplete. He had Hess wide open in the middle of the field there.
Yeah, so we see why they're doing kind of the quick plays. I mean, it's quick screen plays there earlier in their first drive. I think that we need to keep doing that. We need to put pressure on the quarterback, make him release the ball quick, and then see if we get more of that as the night goes on.
Absolutely, and this is where the Grizzlies defense has to take advantage of that penalty on 1st down, as a key to success in the game of football is taking advantage of the opponent's miscues.
So it's going to be 2nd and 15 at the 47, and Wilson's going to look to pass, and it's complete down the sideline, and the ball's going to come out. And
I believe Bluefield got
on that.
Yeah,
he
I
got
think
on
they
that
got
quick.
And it was number 6. Jones was the one with the catch there, and it's going to be Beavers' ball, but it's 3rd and 10 here.
Yes, this is what you need if you're the Grizzly defense. Having a early turnover for the offense, defense wins games, and this is it right here.
Absolutely.
If they go up 16-0 early in the game, then you're already fighting from behind. If you can get a defensive stop here, get the ball back, and a chance to tie up the game, huge.
This is big here. It's 3rd and 10 at the 48. Wilson's going to look to pass again. He's going to get a little bit of pressure in the ball. It's going to be tipped, and it's going to fall in to number 9, Jones, but he's still going to be short. How lucky was that?
I mean, that's just one of those things as part of the game, you know.
Yes.
I mean, we did our job get him down before he gets to the first down marker. Bluefield looks like they're going to be going for it. Honestly, they could go either way here with the run. Maybe one of those screens on the perimeter. They've had a lot of success with those here early on.
These plays are what really show what a defense and an offense are about. The Grizzlies have to stay on top of this. This could be a huge momentum killer or maker for Bluefield.
And you have to be ready for the running game, too. It looks like they might pass it here. It's going to be 4th and 2 at the 40, and looks like somebody jumped. We will see. Looks like the Grizzlies may have jumped, but you never know. There could have been a flinch on the line.
And this is where Bluefield, being a very disciplined football team, they knew exactly what to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And it shows success.
So that's what you can't have if you're the Grizzlies. But now you brush it off, right? Keys to the game. Errors make errors. Don't let that happen. It's going to be first and 10 at the 35.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Average high school football team is going to have 1 or 2 penalties in a game.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can't let it affect the drive. I mean, you got to get back out there and
next play mentality.
Yes.
First and 10 at the 35, and Wilson's going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to continue to fight. He has a little bit of a gap, but brought down there by number 4, Carter Meadows. So it's going to be 2nd and short here.
Yeah, I mean, the Grizzlies need to stay on top of it a little bit better. I don't like how easily they're running all over us right now.
For Bluefield, I don't think you can ask for a much better play on first down. When you get 8 or 9 yards, running it right up the gut on first down, that puts a lot of confidence in the offense.
And I'd say right here we expect to see it through the air.
Yeah.
2nd and short.
Take a shot at the end zone. It's going to be 2nd and 2, and Wilson's going to look to pass, and it's bobbled. It was intended for number 7, Calhoun, and he just bobbled it in his hands. That's a great break for the Grizzlies there.
Usually when you see a receiver in that situation, hits him in the hands, ball goes down, typically you can assume the receiver's looking to get hit, which I think is very good for this Grizzlies defense. If we can continue to be aggressive, these receivers might give that ball up another time throughout the game.
Yes.
So it's 3rd and short here at the 27, as it's going to be bobbled at the handoff, but Jones is going to continue to fight. He's still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down around the 22-yard line.
One thing we see from this Bluefield team right now, it goes back to the discipline. They're making the mistakes. I mean, you have a tip ball, you have a bobbled snap, you have a few drop passes, you have a fumble, but they're getting the ball back and they're getting positive yards every single play. They're staying on top of it. They're not going to let the mistakes turn into something major.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 22. They're continuing to march, but you're seeing the defense, I feel like, this drive playing, like they're in it, you know what I mean? You could tell the first drive a little nervous. The nerves have shaken off, and we'll have to see what can happen here. So they're going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 14, Hess, and he's going to continue to fight and brought down by number 5, Griffin Milam, right around the 15.
Yeah, that was Lucas Milam.
Yeah, Lucas, sorry.
I think what we're starting to see here is our offense unable to get a first down. Our defense has been on the field for the majority of the first quarter. I think it's starting to show.
Yes.
We've got to get our offense rolling whenever we get the ball back.
We do. And you create momentum on offense. You got to have some big plays.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and 4 at the 20. And Wilson's going to look to pass, and it's going to fall incomplete. Intended for number 11, Jamarius Smith.
We're seeing a lot more 3rd downs from Bluefield this drive,
yeah.
But the Grizzlies defense are not capitalizing on the 3rd downs. That's something we have to do better at. We have to stay a little bit more disciplined ourselves.
And it's 3rd and medium here, right? So if you can hold them here, and if they think about going on 4th down, if it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, it's still right there, you know what I mean, to where you can make
definitely.
a stop. So we'll have to see what happens here. As snap back to Wilson, hand off to Jones, and he's going to fight up the middle and brought down about the 10. It'll be looks like 1st and 10, so not 1st and goal quite yet.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 on about the 11 or 12, on the 11-yard line for Bluefield.
So continuing to march, but like you said, though, you're seeing more third downs this drive. It's what you want to see. The defense is holding the 3rd down. Then you just got to wait for a break.
Yeah, definitely.
So 1st and 10 at the 11. The snap back to Wilson. He's going to look to pass, and he's going to get pressured, and it's going to get missed. He's going to continue to run up the middle. He's going to continue to fight. He's still on his feet and brought down about the 2-yard line.
Had a chance to make a play in the backfield there. I believe it was Roman Meinig. Almost got the sack. However, QB with the pump fake left his feet, and that's where you just have to be disciplined.
Yes.
So it's going to be 2nd and 2 at the 3.
I mean, Grizzlies are getting closer every play. You know, they're easing into it. They're adapting. Need to pick up one a little bit quicker, though. I mean, this isn't a game where you can take 2 quarters to adjust. I mean, you got to quickly learn the offense you're playing and stay on top of it.
2nd and 2. Still getting the play call here, and they're going to call a timeout as the play clock winds down. Beavers are going to go in here. They're going to have this discussion. What do you think the Grizzlies need to think what's coming? I would maybe assume a pass, but it could be a run there. You know what I mean? You're right on the line of scrimmage. And that's one thing I want to bring up. Oak Hill, the Grizzlies did such a good job on goal line defense, and that's what we could see right here.
Yeah, and this Bluefield team playing with a lot of tempo really wears the defense down. They're doing their job at forcing him to 3rd down. However, Bluefield's been able to convert every time.
Yeah.
And I think here, I mean, it's such a balanced attack on offense. I think we could see anything here. I mean, we could see zone read, might see the quarterback pull it. I think we could see a screen pass to the edge, maybe a mesh concept, something over the middle. I mean, it's just so hard to tell. It's such a good offense. They're so balanced.
Yes, and I mean, that's realistically, especially in high school football, that's how you win games. That's how you win state championships. You got to have that, be able to adjust to defense, do whatever you need to do.
Absolutely.
And I think the Grizzlies have that capability. We need to utilize it.
We'll have to see what the Beavers come out in here. It's like we said, you're right on the. It's practically 2nd and goal, right? Obviously, it's 2nd and 2. You got to get to the 1 to pick it up, but you're right there on the goal line to where you're gonna either probably convert or be short of the line to gain. So we'll have to see as the Beavers get in their formation. It's going to be snap back, and it's going to be a pass for Wilson. He's going to get pressured. He's going to be brought down in the backfield, and that's exactly what you want to see. It's going to bring up 3rd and long here now, guys. So now you can expect the pass. You can get your pass defense ready and expect it. But then you could also pressure the quarterback as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, huge play by the Grizzlies there, forcing him out and then taking advantage. And that was good teamwork by the Grizzlies, too. I think earlier when we almost had him, it was just Ronan right off the edge on the quarterback. Easy for a quarterback to psych out one player. Whenever you have 3 defensive linemen on a quarterback, it's hard for him to make a play right there, especially with his feet.
So handoff to Jones. He's going to get up the middle, but he's going to get brought down there short of the line to gain. So it's 4th and 3 here. I would assume you might kick the field goal, but if you're already down here, I would think you would maybe go for it.
Looks like offense, their coach making the play call right now from Bluefield.
It's 4th and 3, though. This is when your goal line defense can step up here.
In this situation, as a defensive player, you got to watch the tackles here to see if they're run or pass blocking. I would anticipate the one-on-one here on the wide side of the field.
Yes.
And they're going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to get around the outside, and he's going to get in for the Beavers. The Beavers are going to score here with 1:21 to go in the first quarter.
I mean, Bluefield's taking advantage of their diverse offense, play after play, and the Grizzlies don't know what they're going to get. I mean, and it's really hurting right now, obviously. I mean, they need to adjust just a little bit better.
So it's going to probably, we'll see what they'll go for 2 or kick the field goal. Like you said, though, when you get them to 3rd down, 4th down, and then you get the 1st down, it kind of demolishes you a little bit.
Yeah, it's very demoralizing on a defensive side to have 2 4th downs in a drive and have 2 conversions and a touchdown.
They're going to go for 2, and Wilson's going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 7, Calhoun. So it's going to be 16-0 with 1:20 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah. And that was really number 2 quarterback Max Simpson, only a 10th grader, trusting his receiver right there.
Very talented player as a 10th grader. I mean, he's done a great job at the quarterback spot running this Bluefield offense.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it's going to be kickoff for the Beavers here. And, go ahead, Jackson.
I think what we need to see from this Grizzly offense here is control the football. Came to the 4th and short there, didn't get it. Like I said, all we need is 2.5 yards. I think if we slow the game down, because Bluefield is playing at a tempo, wearing down our defense, we have guys going both ways here. So I think if we slow the game down, control the football, get our yardage that we need, take our time, it's only going to benefit us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we can't go for it all at once. I mean, you're down 16 now with 1:21 left in the first. I mean, Bluefield could put this game away if you let it get out of hand that badly. Bluefield defense is good, obviously. Showed that earlier at adjusting to our Grizzly offense. I think Grizzly offense needs to do a little bit better of adjusting to that defense.
So the Grizzlies are going to return the ball here, and it's going to be brought up about at the 40-yard line.
It's going to be number 8, Briar Odell, on the return.
That was a nice little return there, too.
It was. I think get out as far as you can. We've seen a lot of good starting field positions here for both teams so far in this game.
So 1st and 10 at the 40. The Grizzlies, they did good on the run game, obviously, right? You got right there, 4th and 1, right, and it didn't go your way there. But from an offensive side point, though, it went pretty well. And we'll have to see how it continues here as it's 1st and 10 at the 40. And Helms is going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 30, Keenan. And it's going to be about at the 45.
Yeah, Landon Keenan.
Not a bad first down play
No,
there.
yeah, no, I like that. That was a good play. You don't need a lot. I mean, 3 of those plays in a row, you got a first down. I mean,
Right.
that's all we're going for here is just moving the chains. And like you'd said earlier, staying in front of it. You know, do not go behind the line of scrimmage. Stay in front of it. Stay disciplined with each throw/run.
They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to continue to fight for yards there, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards there. So pretty good. Now it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and short. You can probably hand it off to Nash or do one of those short little passes there.
Big 3rd down here for the Grizzlies. This is going to determine, I think, a lot of the momentum here for the Grizzlies in the first half as they're down 2 scores. We need this first down.
Yes, and it's a similar position where we were earlier whenever we did turn it over on 4th down, 4th and short, 4th and inches. So Grizzlies need to not think about that. Don't get in the way of yourself. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And there's 5 seconds left, so they're going to try to get a snap off, and they are, and they're going to hand it off to Nash, and they're going to – it's going to lose a little bit. You could tell they knew what was kind of coming there. They were ready for it, and it's going to be in the end of the first quarter here. So now it's 4th and 3. We'll have to see what the call is. But I would say, though, as a first quarter, what do you guys think as a recap?
I think you go for it. Or are we saying
I'm saying as the first quarter,
I think
recap of that.
Tough first quarter for the Grizzlies. Bluefield definitely stayed ahead of the Grizzlies, outplayed the Grizzlies, and it's showing. You're up 16-0 right now, and they're keeping the pedal to the metal. I think the biggest thing that the Grizzlies need to do better at is stop letting them convert on 4th and short. You had 2 times in one drive, and it ended with a touchdown on a 4th and 2-yard play. Grizzly defense needs to stay ahead of that, stay ahead of themselves. Stop giving the momentum to Bluefield.
What stands out the most to me is our defense being on the field, I want to say probably 80% of the first quarter.
Yes.
We got to find a way to keep our defense off the field, keep the ball in our hands, and keep it moving.
That's a very good point, too, because when your defense is on the field, like you said, for 80% of the time, then they start to wear out, right? When you have your offense out there on the field, it gives your defense more time to rest. And it looks like the Grizzlies are going for it here for 4th and 4 at the 46.
I like this play. I think the Grizzlies can definitely get this. They've proved it.
Little trickeration.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So you got
snap the ball to Devin Nash. Wildcat, run it up the middle, and he will be stopped short.
It's just short, about a yard and a half. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Beavers now as they'll take over at the 49-yard line, though. But like we talked about earlier, they're kind of really in no man's land, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's tough. The Grizzlies have proven multiple plays on that drive, the drive before on offense. They can make the throws to get the yards they need. I think we need to stay in the air a little bit more if I'm the Grizzly offense.
Definitely had success in the air on not explosive plays, but little short, just enough 5 to 7 yard plays, move the ball. I think we need to utilize that a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yes, definitely.
So we'll have to see what the Grizzlies defense can come up with here. Like you said, you got those 2 4th down there. You had multiple 3rd downs here as it's going to be 1st and 10, and Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 11, Jamarius Smith.
And he tripped on number 6.
It looked like a little miscommunication
Jones,
between 11 and 6 there.
This Bluefield offense is not perfect. They've made mistake after mistake, but they're making up for it by staying on top of the ball, watching the ball, and moving forward. You know, they don't let the mistakes compound. Grizzly defense need to take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
And so you lose 3 yards there. So it brings up 2nd and 13 at the 48. So you got them behind the chains. We'll have to see what can come up with, and it's going to be complete to number 14, I believe, Hess, which will take it in for the Beavers touchdown.
Yes, Jordan Hess. And that was an efficient throw. That was an experienced quarterback throw. He knew the play. He trusted the play. He trusted his receiver, and he just threw it to where he needed to throw it to.
And it looked like we had someone in the area on that play. I couldn't tell who it was. Maybe not anticipating the speed from number 14 Hess there. Just got to be a little bit more aware of the situation. Bluefield looking for an explosive play there, and that's what they got.
And one thing I've noticed with this Bluefield offense is it's not quite as much as reading the play as much as trusting the play call. I mean,
Absolutely.
He is snapping. He's putting the ball where he needs to put the ball, whether the receiver's there or not.
So they're going to go for 2, and it was intended for number 6, Jones, and it falls incomplete. So it's going to be 22-0 Beavers here, as the 2-point conversion is no good. Grizzlies get the football back, though. So we've seen some promising things. You know, I mean, you just get just so close, fall a little bit short. Like you said, though, I would like to see more of those short passes there. That seems like that's where we've been making the most ground at.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing for the Grizzly offense right now is you obviously have one of the best running backs in Devin Nash, but after that 511-yard game, every team you play for here on out is going to see that, and they're going to try to stop the run as best they can. I guarantee you this Bluefield team is focused probably over 50% of their practice on containing Devin Nash and not letting him get any big breakout runs, which is what he's known for. I think if you're the Grizzly offense, you need to lean into the arm game a little bit more, go through the air, trust Colton Helms because he can make the throws.
Yeah, so Grizzlies will get the football back here with 11 minutes on the clock here. So you got plenty of time here to go down and score and then cut it right back to a 2-possession ball game. And then when it comes to that, then we've seen sparks out of the defense. If you can do that, then you can start to get some momentum on your side. But if you can convert a 1st down here, it'll be very, very pivotal.
Grizzlies not out of the game. I mean, they march down the field, take 5 or 6 minutes off the clock here, get a touchdown, get right back in it.
So Jones is going to kick it off here as we're back underway, and it's going to be bobbled by the Grizzlies. That's number 5. I was going to say 5. Lucas Milam. So.
And you can't have those plays. I mean, if you're the Grizzlies, you need everything you can get. You're already playing down 22 right now. I mean, that's stuff that you can't let happen. You have to stay more disciplined.
I think mental toughness is gonna be key here, and we'll see. The Grizzlies, they've been conditioning all season. We'll see if they've built some mental toughness here to stay in this game.
We know how good Coach Morstan is at conditioning these kids.
Oh, yes.
And we will see, like Jackson said, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. Helms is going to look to pass, and we got a little bit of a trickery here. You have number 35.
Wow.
Called incomplete.
Incomplete. Did he
Ian
drop?
Nutter, though. I like that, though. I like that trickery play there. You know how fast Ian is.
Yes, I mean, and they utilized Spencer Kuiper's arm. I mean, he had to step in for Helms towards the end of the season last year because Helms went down. Spencer Kuiper can play quarterback. He's somewhat experienced in that position. I like that play call.
Yeah.
Little underthrown, but still good.
I think in the situation that we're in, we're going to have to start taking a lot more chances.
Yes.
We got almost the entire length of the field to go here. We're going to need some explosive plays to get us into the end zone.
Yes, and I'll tell you, if I'm the Grizzlies right now, I want to get a big run by Devin Nash, get some confidence going, a little 6-yard pickup, and then get back to that short throw, trust in the arm of Colton Helms.
So Grizzlies are going to call a timeout here. So what do you think the discussion is in the huddle here?
I'm going to assume Grizzlies are going to draw something up here, perhaps talk about schemes, maybe change things up. Might see a little bit more of the pass here.
Which I like that.
However, maybe they have another trick play drawn up here we might see.
Out of everybody here, Jackson, you probably know the most about
Yeah.
what the coach is thinking down there.
Well, I know they got a flea flicker in the playbook, but
I love it. I love it.
And go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm excited to see what the Grizzlies come up with here. This is big. I mean, this is one of the biggest plays of the game. You got 10 minutes left in the second. You're down 22. Grizzlies need to make something happen. This just isn't a, we try our hardest and get off the field. I mean, you're looking at 2nd and 10. They need to get close. They need to move the sticks, which they have yet to do tonight.
I think this drive right here, if we can get this first down, it'll make all the more difference for this Grizzlies team.
Yes, definitely.
But like you said, though, how big it is, because it's 2nd and 10, but if you can get some first downs, get down the field, like we said, the game's not over yet. You're only down 3 possessions. You can make that up in a half. So it'll be interesting to see if the Grizzlies can get a first down here. As
we're
going
to direct to Nash.
And he's going to continue to fight. And he's going to have a little bit of a gap there, and he's going to be brought out at about the 40-yard line there. So you got a first down for the Grizzlies. And I like that direct snap back to Nash when he's able to get room on the outside.
2 things I'm taking away from that drive. 1, you moved the chains for the first time tonight. Confidence, momentum, you're moving. 2, direct snap to Devin Nash. You got a trick play, and it worked. I mean, that not only obviously gets you yards, but it gives you the confidence to know that you can pull some of that on this team, and it works.
And I think we see the experience and the savvy from Devin Nash there as he made a great cut to get to the first down mark.
Yes.
So 1st and 10 at the 40 for the Grizzlies, as they're going to direct snap it back to Nash again, and he's going to continue to have space. He's going to try to fight for some room on the outside there, but he just got a little tripped up there, and it's going to be, it looks about 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10.
Yes, it looks like we have Colton Helms getting a play call, possibly.
Yeah. Gain of 1 there, though. And you can tell Nash he's looking for the outside, and if he can get it, he's going to be gone. But he just couldn't find it there, and he got tripped up there. And like you said, Helms got the play call. He's coming in now. You got 12 seconds on the play clock, so you can't go too slow here.
And that's the biggest thing with Devin Nash. If you swarm him from the beginning, it's going to be harder for him to break through. If you give him any room of air at all, he's going to get through that.
He's going to take advantage of it.
Helms is going to look to pass, and it was intended for number 8, Briar Odell, and it falls incomplete. So now it brings up 3rd and 9.
Looks like the ball was tipped off the line.
Pass is incomplete, making it 3rd down and 9.
So do you think you go kind of – obviously you're going to pass the ball here.
I think you have to.
What do you think?
I think if you're Colton Helms, it's simple. Whatever the play call is, you have to trust yourself, trust your arm, step into a throw, and get it there. I mean, if you do everything right in the play and it falls short, so be it. You executed it well. It just didn't happen. That's something the Grizzlies need to do a little bit better at.
So 3rd and 9, and Helms is going to look to pass, and he's going to let it fly for number 10, and it's just going to fall incomplete. But there's flags coming in. It was intended for number 10, Brennan Smith. It looked like there was a little bit of contact there.
Yes.
And we will see what the call is. So that'll be good for the.
Looks like it was on number 8, Tylee Simon.
And that'll be good, too, for the Grizzlies picking up the first down if it is pass interference. Here's the call.
Pass interference against the defense, number 12. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So it was on number 12, Xavier Eldridge, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies now at the 41. And we're going to get a timeout by the Grizzlies. As we are going to, we do these interviews, senior spotlight interviews every week. So how about we cut to Colton Helms' senior spotlight interview. Kuiper here with Colton Helms. Colton, let me ask you this. You're one of the seniors on your team. So how do you balance being a role model by also staying disciplined out there on the field?
Just doing what the seniors before me did, coming out to practice and just helping the younger guys if they need it, and doing whatever the coaches need me to do.
So let me ask you this as well. So football has a long off season. So how do you stay focused during that off season preparing for this upcoming season?
Lifting weights, and then I play a lot of baseball, so that helps with the arm strength too. So
Yeah. And then also last question here is, what was your favorite moment on the football field that you could go back and relive throughout your football
probably
career?
throwing like a 70-yard touchdown pass to Lucas my sophomore year.
Yeah. Well, that's Colton Helms, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us
thank you.
time. It's always so interesting to hear these senior spotlight interviews. That's one thing I always love getting to hear every single week, as it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 44, and Helms is going to look to pass once again, and it's going to be complete to number 7, Spencer Kuiper, and he's going to continue to fight.
That's Devin Nash.
Or Devin Nash, correction. And it's going to be a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nash wearing a different number. Started last week with 17 there, you see. And that's actually due to the fact the 11 jerseys have been torn to shreds. Yes.
Which does not surprise me with the amount of hands that are trying to get him down.
That's a good problem to have, though.
It is, absolutely. When you're running the ball that hard, it's a good it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one thing I'm not used to. Like you said, the 17. I saw the 7, and I thought Spencer. And we're going to get a jump here, too. So now you're starting to get some momentum if you're the Grizzlies.
Absolutely. This is what we need right here.
Yes. And another thing that I love that we're seeing from the Grizzlies right now is they're adapting. They're moving Devin Nash where he needs to be. You know, we hadn't seen that play yet this game. Head coach Morrison is definitely adjusting in the best way possible, especially using his key player and utilizing him to the best of his ability. And then you pick up the first down as well. Yes. So now you have a brand new 10 yards you can work with here, and you're getting ready to get into the red zone.
I think what's going to be key here, as long as we get into field goal range, we will keep the momentum moving because we have a kicker, Burkhammer, who can knock it in from, I would say, 30 yards out probably.
Wow. And that's big when you could have that in your back pocket here, as the play clock's at 3, and they're going to get it off, and it's going to be complete to number 5, Lucas Milam. There's also a flag on the play.
And that was snapped to Devin Nash.
To number 5, Lucas Milam is complete, but there is a flag on the play.
So it was on that sideline, though. We'll have to see if there is holding or something. But
I would have to assume it's holding.
Yes. Looks like the Grizzlies might be backing up a little bit. And that's
Illegal formation.
okay.
Illegal formation.
5 men in the backfield against the offense. Penalty's been refused. It's 2nd down.
Okay, so it's 2nd and 10 there. Interesting that they would decline it there. But
I think they have a lot of confidence in what they got going. 2nd and long. Let's see. The Grizzlies may put the ball in the air here.
I'd like to see it. We've got Colton Helms back in.
Yeah.
Seen a few snaps to Devin Nash, either him throwing or wildcat formation, running it.
And we got another flag here, and it looks like false start on the offense. So now you had all that momentum, and it's kind of stalled out.
And like a
Dead ball. Snap infraction. Gets the center. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
And like I said earlier, before the game, we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
Drive-killing penalties.
Yes, and back-to-back, too. And this is something that we can't have, especially being down 22-0, and we almost need a perfect game from here on out.
And maybe if we can get the ball to the 25-yard line, we might be able to send the field goal unit out and get at least 3.
Yeah, and that would be huge if you could get the 3 points. It would help you out.
Yes.
Get points on the board. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 at the 36, as Helms is going to look to pass, and he just kind of had to just get rid of it there. He's getting pressure in the backfield there, just kind of throw it away. That was the right call there. You know, I mean, they didn't really have nobody open. Take the incompletion instead of going back 5 or 10 yards.
And a great call for the Bluefield defense there, getting after the quarterback on 2nd and long. You got to love the aggressive play call.
Yes, definitely. They're targeting the Grizzlies' weakness right now.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing is, too, they knew the pass was coming, so they kind of pass rushed there, right?
Absolutely.
And they achieved their goal for that. So now it's 3rd and 15. You're going to have to take a shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, empty set.
And Helms is going to look to pass once again. He gets more pressure, and he's going to throw it up there for number 7, Spencer Kuiper, and it's going to fall incomplete. There was contact around there, though.
I mean, I see where
But-
they didn't make that call. I mean, I think the defender
Yeah.
was just playing the ball in the air. He was not looking at the receiver at all,
Yeah,
just trying to make a play.
he just kind of put his hands up there, tried to deflect the ball, and made some
It was
contact.
a good play by the Bluefield defender there.
Yes.
And now I'm going to assume you're going to want to go for it here. You know, you're already down, like we said, 22-0. So take a shot downfield here and hope for the best.
And I think if you're the Grizzly O-line right now, you need to get ready for the blitz because it's worked
coming.
the past 2 times. You know they're going to put pressure on Colton Helms.
And Helms
There's
is
the
There it
blitz.
is.
Yeah, he's going to look to pass. He's going to have to scramble, and it's going to be incomplete. He saw number 17, but Devin Nash, but Devin just didn't see him.
Yes, I mean, that was a great play by Colton Helms to step up in the pocket to avoid the immediate pressure of the breakthrough, but unfortunately didn't really have a lot of communication there between him and Devin
What
Nash.
got the Grizzlies there is it took just too long for the routes to develop. The
Yes.
quarterback was under immense pressure, had to get the ball off. Just not what you want there in that situation.
So the defense is going to come back on the field here, and the pass is complete to number 11, Jamarius, and he's going to continue to fight and continue. He's still on his feet, and now he's going to be just brought down to the
That ball might have
Yeah,
been
the
out.
ball
might
came
have
out.
It was close.
Although did the forward progress
Yeah, it
might
Seems
have
like
been
they blew it dead
stopped
right
there.
before it was given up.
And you
Yes.
had him kind of caught back there. You just missed the tackle, and then look, it turns into 11 yards there.
And that's something you can't do. If you're going to get on the ball immediately to make a big play and then let it slip out of your hands just like that, it's
All
not
it
only
is-
obviously a
Yeah. And all that is just breaking down, having disciplined eyes. It's just like when you're defending someone in basketball, you got to watch the hips.
yes.
The hips will take you where you need to go.
And we got 2 seconds on the play clock here, and I was going to say we might get a timeout here, and it looks like we will by the Beavers.
I think one of the biggest differences in this game so far is this Bluefield team has a game plan set. It seems to be, like I mentioned earlier, the quarterback is throwing efficiently, stepping into it quickly where he knows the ball needs to be placed. He's not necessarily watching the receiver, letting the play develop. He is throwing it where it needs to go. They're fast, they're efficient, they're controlling their game, they're controlling the game, and they're controlling the ball. They're playing disciplined football right now.
And credit to head coach Fred Simon of Bluefield. We talked earlier, very experienced coach, has been in
Yes.
big games and knows how to game plan, get the scheme going, and it's showing right now.
You can tell Bluefield's done their research. You can tell they've watched film. They knew what was coming with Devin Nash. And I feel like what that has done, that's opened up the passing game. The passing game's been good, in my opinion.
Yes. Yes, I think the Grizzlies all around need to just – it's a well-oiled team, but it's a little squeaky right now. We need to get the ball rolling a little bit. I think this drive could be a game killer. Grizzlies defense needs to stay on top of it and get a huge stop right here.
1st and 10 at the 47. Can the Grizzlies defense get a big stop here? It's going to start with 1st and 10, and Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for number 7, Calhoun, and it's going to fall incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here now. So now it's 2nd and long. If you can keep them behind the chains or even let them pick up 1 or 2 yards, then it's 3rd and long, and that's exactly what you want.
Well, I think if you're the Grizzly defense, it's showing that their quick plays, their screen plays, their short passes are working, the Bluefield offense. You have to control the quarterback. Don't let him make those plays. Force him to look downfield, and he has so far missed 2 or 3 deep balls.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Simpson's going to look to pass again. It's complete to number 6, Jones. And Jaleel Jones is going to pick up about 4 yards there. So now it's 3rd and 6.
Yet another 3rd down these Grizzlies have forced
Yeah.
Bluefield to. We have to capitalize. We have to get going. If we can get a 3rd 3 and out here, we have 7 minutes. Bluefield most likely, if we stop them, I would say 3 to 4 yards behind the line to gain. We're looking at a punt possibly.
Yes.
And we have 7 minutes, take all 7 minutes, march the ball down the field, and get 6.
Yes, and then we get the ball coming out of halftime as well. So that's something that is probably in the back of the Grizzlies' mind right now. This is a huge play for the Grizzly defense.
We'll have to see if the Grizzlies can come up with a stop as Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's going to get complete to number 14 as a flag comes in late, but 14 Hess with the catch there. He's going to pick up the first down, but a flag did come in late, and it looks like it's staying here as of now, but we'll have to see. We'll listen into the call. Oh, and they're waving off the flag. So pass complete to number 14, Jordan Hess. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bears. But Jackson, like you said, the Grizzlies have gotten to a lot of those third downs. You can look at the score, but the score doesn't really reflect how the defense has been playing. The defense is getting there. It's just, like you said, you can't capitalize when it's 3rd and 5 or 4th and 2.
And it's only going to get more difficult as the game goes on because our defense has been on the field the majority of the game here, and they're going to wear down eventually.
Yes, and that's already showing. I mean, we've had plenty of times where we've had a receiver catch the ball. We've had one defender for him to beat, and he's beating the defender. You know, we're not making the initial tackle, and that's something that's really killing us.
So Tab was on the carry there. He's going to pick up about 8 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd and short here. The Grizzlies are doing a great job there, though, of not letting them get big chunks of yards. They got a big chunk there, but now it's 2nd and 2. You can expect a pass, so maybe you could bring some pass pressure on the quarterback of Simpson and make him maybe throw a pass he doesn't want to make, as we'll have to see. And Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 7, Pax Calhoun, for the Beavers.
And that's just speed. I mean, that's just them having more speed than our safeties in our backfield. I mean, something that you really sometimes can't help.
And you got to give Max Simpson credit there. Receiver had the defender beat. However, Max Simpson put that ball right on the money.
Yes.
So
I have to say, for a sophomore, I mean, he is
impressive.
He's a well-poised quarterback that can make any throw you need him to.
And that's one thing, when I was getting the rosters for this week, looking at this Bluefield team, there's 3 seniors. And it just shows how young they kind of are. So we'll have to, Simpson's going to look to pass for the 2-point conversion, and it's complete once again to number 7, Pax Calhoun. But going back to that, it's going to be, just imagine how good they're going to be next year. And and as a Bluefield team, we've said it so many times on the Maloney Sports Report, when you're able to get that experience when you're not a senior, as a junior or sophomore, it pays off so much in the long run.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things of building up a long-term program, a dynasty, if you will, is having the initial. I mean, I'm sure Max Simpson learned from a senior quarterback last year, or even before that, his 8th grade year. You got to have role models. You got to have people, seniors, juniors on the team, teaching the younger guys how to take over. You know, how to keep the team in it, how to stay motivated, how to push through.
That's a great point, Evan, and it does make a difference when you can get those juniors, those seniors, the upperclassmen in those leadership roles, working with the underclassmen and build the program. Like you said, it's very important to be successful. You got to start, like you said, the seniors working with the freshmen, the sophomores, build that program, and that's exactly what Bluefield has done.
As we're going to get back underway here, Jones is going to kick it off, and it's going to be recovered by the Grizzlies about at the 45-yard line there. So Grizzlies are going to get the ball back here. Hopefully they can. We saw some momentum coming last drive. Hopefully they can get a touchdown here.
Yeah, definitely. You have 6 minutes and 15 seconds left. You're down 30. You know it's guaranteed you're getting the ball back out of halftime. The Grizzlies right now need to just look downfield, keep going. You know, this is the point in the game where they have to do what it takes to get in the end zone, to get that momentum going into halftime, knowing you get the ball back coming out.
Ball's on the 46. And Helms is going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards there.
And that's what you want to see. You want to see a developing drive from early on. Pick up a 5, keep doing that. You have 6 minutes that you probably want to burn off before you score. In an ideal situation, you do not want to give the ball back to Bluefield because they can very easily go down and score.
So it's 2nd and 6 right at the 50. And like you said, you want to use that clock, but you also want to make sure you score here, but leave as little time on the clock as you can for the Beavers. And they're going to hand it off to Nash again. And he's going to pick up another 3 or 4 yards here. Right now, guys, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? They're not stopping him on the run game right now. You just ran it to him twice. You picked up about 7 yards there.
I think if you're the Grizzlies, you got to go through the air here.
Yeah.
That's 3 or 4 times now they've tried to run Nash on a 3rd and short and have not got it and have lost yards on one play. Helms is making the short throws. He's making the quick passes over the middle. I say trust him, trust the arm, and do that.
I can see Bluefield possibly bringing 6 on the rush here.
They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to continue to fight, but he's going to pick up about 2 yards there. So it's 4th and 1 now. We've seen this before. Do you think the Grizzlies go in the air like you said, Evan, or do you think they'll hand it off to Nash here? Because
I think I would, as a coach, I would go through the air. I'm not a coach, obviously. I'm up here in the booth, so Devin Nash is a very talented player. Colton Helms has an arm. I think either way you go, you can get the first down. I think it's just a matter of what the Bluefield defense is ready for, do the opposite.
Jackson, what's the play call?
I think we're going to run it right there where we have our sniffer back right there inside the tackle.
They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to be
fighting,
yeah,
reaching
he's gonna
across.
Might have been able to get the reach there.
I think he got it off the reach if he was not down yet.
And it looks like they're giving it.
Looks like a first down
yeah,
from here.
it's a first down. So exactly what you want there. You ran it to Nash all 4 times there, and you pick up the first down. You're seeing it here. No matter, you can know it's coming, and he'll still pick up at least a yard or 2.
Yes, I mean, and that's what we've been talking about all night. Don't force it. Let it come. 4 straight runs gets the first down. I mean, you don't want to use that 4th down, but you have it. It's an option.
They're going to hand it off to Nash again, and he's going to pick up a yard there. Now I think Bluefield knows what's coming. You've ran it to Nash about 5 times now. Maybe now this is a time you could throw it to the air, but then you could think Bluefield could be anticipating that as well.
And I think this is what we need to be seeing from the Grizzlies offense. They're working on 4 minutes here, time of possession. Little 2, 5, not big plays, but just what you need here, controlling the ball, letting the clock run, and controlling the game here.
And your defense gets that most important rest
Exactly.
that they need. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. Helms is going to look to pass it. Now he's just going to take it on his feet, and he's going to pick up about a yard there. You could tell something didn't develop. He was getting pressure there and just decided to take it on his legs, and he's going to pick up about a yard. So it's going to be about 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Now I would assume you got to go in the air. You could hand it off to Nash, and you could pick up 5 yards.
And like I mentioned a minute ago, you have that 4th down option as well.
Yes.
You have 2 plays to get a first down here. So don't try to get cute with it. Don't say we got to go get 10 yards right now.
Yeah.
You can play to something to where you have that 2-3 yard gap and then give it off to Nash and trust in your best player.
Absolutely.
If you can pick up about 6 yards here, make it 4th and 2, 4th and 1, then that's where you start to see things develop. And they're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to get a little bit of a gap, and he's going to pick up about 2 or 3, 4 yards there. So now it's 4th and 4, so you're kind of –
I think the ball has to go in the air here.
Yes.
kind of in no man's land. You know, I mean, you could maybe pick it up on Nash, but I think the safe route would be to throw it in the air,
Absolutely.
like Jackson said.
Well, and Helms has proven to make those throws tonight, those quick passes over the middle, the quick slant routes. That's usually what he's good at, rolling out right, pass back over the middle.
It's 4th and 5. Helms is going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 35, Ian Nutter.
Ian Nutter.
And that's what you needed right there.
Yes.
We just talked about you were in no man's land there. You passed the ball. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Yes, and that's over that quick over the middle pass. Helms can do it. Helms stepped up in the pocket, made the throw, stepped into the throw with some confidence. That's what you need to see from your quarterback.
And how big will it be, Jackson, if the Grizzlies can score here and then get the ball back
I
the
think-
second half?
it would make all the difference for the Grizzlies as far as confidence, momentum, to stay in the game, keep their heads in the game, because when the game starts getting away, man, it's hard to stay focused.
1st and 10 at the 12. So you got to get to the 2 to pick up the first down, and it's going to be complete to number 35, Ian Nutter again, but he just didn't have no space there. He's going to lose about 2 or 3 yards there. So now you're behind the chains again.
Which you still have over a minute. You're working the clock. You need to.
Well, you could. Berkhammer could kick the field goal here. You're in field goal range
Absolutely.
too, and that's huge.
Yeah, points are points.
And not a bad situation here, despite being 2nd and long. We're only 15 yards away from the goal line.
Under a minute now, as the Grizzlies have absolutely used time in this drive here. And this is what you want, you know what I mean? Don't give Bluefield another possession. And as we got trickery here from Nash back to Helms. And Helms is going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards there.
And kudos to the Bluefield defense on keying up on that really quick. Give Helms another second or two to get past those 2 defenders off the left edge. I think you might have a touchdown play. The D-line did not let that happen. They saw the ball. They saw it go to Nash. They swarmed him as quick as they could and utilized him not having the experience.
You've got 20 seconds left here. The Grizzlies have to go fast. If not, you got to call a timeout, as Helms is going to look to pass. And you had somebody up in there. Now he's going to give it up to Spencer Kuiper, and he's going to get in for the Grizzlies touchdown. The Grizzlies score with 8 seconds left. It took a minute for it to develop, but the Grizzlies get in here.
Yes, great play there. From Helms to Spencer Kuiper to the corner of the end zone. You got to be happy about it, finally getting on the board here. Only 8 seconds left. I would hope that Bluefield, that is not enough time for Bluefield to get the ball back and score here.
That's huge for the Grizzlies. And, you know, love it or hate it, give the Grizzlies a little bit of time, let the play develop. They're going to get in the end zone. That's something we haven't seen a lot of tonight, but the offense finally adapted to it, worked around this Bluefield defense, and the kick is going to be good.
And you'll see Grizzlies used all 7 minutes there to drive the ball, 50, 60 yards?
Yes.
That's exactly the approach we need to take in the second half to climb back in this game.
You get the ball to start the second half. If you can score there, obviously, like Jackson said, hold Bluefield here with this 8 seconds. You might even want to squib it, you know what I mean, to run some time off. But then you score it, then it comes 14, 15 points, right? Then you're halfway into that deficit. Then you kind of start to get a new ball game.
Well, and another thing that I'm looking at here, and Jackson might be a little bit more diverse on this, and having played 2 levels of football, Grizzlies being down this many points, you're not afraid to go for it on 4th down now.
Absolutely
I think it adds a little bit more freedom in your head to know you have 4 plays to go for it. It's not you get the 4th and 3, you got to punt. You get 4th and 3, you're going to go for it.
And I don't want to speak too soon here. I really hope that Bluefield needs it here.
Yes.
But regardless, we get the ball back in the second half. We march down the field. We score. We get a stop, score again. We're right back in the ball game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a tale of 2 halves. I mean, you see it often. Grizzlies need to go into the locker room with that momentum. This is a big kick here by Colton Berkhammer.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see what comes out of it here, as he's going to squib it, and they're just going to fall down on at the 49, and no real time came off the clock either. So now Bluefield can probably get 2 possessions off if you're lucky. It depends here. You know, you take a deep shot downfield, clock stops because of change, you call a timeout, then you can get another one as well.
If I'm the Grizzly defense, I'm going to key up more towards the middle. I mean, they're going to probably either go for that quick pass, that quick slant over the middle, which they've gotten 2 touchdowns off of, or they're going to go to that quick screen pass out to the side. You got to be ready in the middle of the field, tackle, take the time off.
So Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's going to be complete to number 6, Jaleel Jones, and he's going to continue to fight to get up the middle here. And the ball comes out. The ball's still out, and it's going to be recovered by the Beavers, but that's the end of the first half. So took all the time off the clock there.
That's the best thing that could have happened. You know, you showed Bluefield not only that you can score on them, you also made them fumble the ball, you almost recovered it, and you ran out all 8 seconds of the clock, not giving them any time to do anything. Confidence is very much on the Grizzlies sideline if they can utilize it.
So the Grizzlies go into halftime here now. Jackson, what do you think is going to go on in that locker room? What are some adjustments the Grizzlies need to make?
So it looks like Bluefield's bread and butter is just an inside zone play, giving it to the running back in between the tackles, and they've really utilized those screen passes to the sideline. And I think the Grizzlies, we got to tighten up our DBs on those receivers to take away the screen pass. And I'm hoping, we were close a couple times, our guys coming off the edge may be able to get a hand on the ball as it's going out towards the sideline, maybe a pick six. That would be great to see. I don't think we need to do too much. Obviously, they have the speed, so our DBs have to stay on the toes.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing is taking away those screen passes and playing a little bit better ball in the tackle box,
Yes.
maintaining the edge. If we can force the running back to cut the ball up, we got plenty of guys there ready to make a tackle. It's just when Bluefield gets in the open field, they're so shifty. We just got to break down a little bit or just prevent them from getting out in space.
Yeah, and I like what you said, they're shifty. Honestly, that's the difference in the game right now. Our Grizzly defenders are there, but the receivers are shifty, they're quick, they're fast, and they know how to trick the defense pretty much by utilizing their speed. Grizzly defense needs to stay in front of that, read the quarterback a little bit better, and watch where the ball is going to be coming out.
And the offense, on the offensive side of things, I mean, you saw it there the last 7 minutes of the first half.
Yes.
Take our time, get 2.5 yards is all we need. However, we will take more if we can, and we will. Controlling the ball, and the scoreboard will take care of itself. Our guys just need to worry about getting those yards.
Yes, and I think another big key right now is the time of possession on the Bluefield offensive side of the ball. They have controlled this game not only score-wise, they've kept the Grizzly defense on the field as long as they can. Grizzlies can take up seven-plus minutes to score. They need to do that every single time. And like I had mentioned earlier, you're playing with a little bit more freedom right now coming from behind. Going on fourth down is no longer a question. I think that you have to use that extra time that you can to try to get the first down, work the field as long as you can.
We'll have to see what adjustments the Grizzlies can make at halftime. We're going to send it down to the field for halftime. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
Hey, good job not sucking. Or getting trampled. Yeah. Where's craft services? Where's crafting? Tell me when I tell my kid if you're hungry, you can come here. I'm John, bro. Yeah, it's fine. I wish I had a Yeah, I think that'd be a little easier, and I'd be able to do them like this is the I also think like the steady, like the way it's prep Julie shoot, Jared's shoot tomorrow.
Yeah. I've been prepping hard. Well, my stuff for tomorrow and then the music video.
I've heard like, there's a whole thing like you should have been off. Aside from that, like it's the difference. I'm not even on that today.
Well, yeah, and I didn't think. Whenever, I don't know. I didn't like struggle to get here. I mean, I had like 30 minutes at the house, so I had like a 30-minute window. So that's not too bad. But
My thought was like, when they should do the same
I'll try about that.
I'll be the type we'll have mine at that we'll have we've got our audience, so we'll have
So you mean monitor of all of them, or you mean monitor of the camera? Which monitor? Okay.
I would give you all of them.
Yeah. Well, I want all of them. Yeah. I guess I could do. I wonder what it would look like on my monitor. All of them on my monitor. On camera. I just wonder how big they would be. Like if I could see what's actually.
I've used the small ones. I've used the small ones. And it's like you can see the big.
You can tell what's
When
going
you
on.
think about it, it's like a.
Yeah.
So like or like
So that way, it would be a nightmare. But I can't see shit on this. So if I had my Zoom monitor for this, and then splitting out of this, so I had a second monitor here, so I could actually see my stuff, and then I could have a big one on top. I guess it depends on what time I'm going to get done in Parkersburg. But I will be in Parkersburg. If I get done in Parkersburg in time, yes. How about this? Buy the stuff. And then if I can get there, I'll get there.
I was just gonna say if I'm pretty sure you know years ago. What I would do is like I honestly don't know. That's like Google. It's just like
You don't have to.
There's too much. Like, it's too much.
Gotta plan ahead. Just have everything written out on a piece of paper.
But I did. But like, I had everything. The only thing I didn't bring was that thing. And like, it still took this amount of.
God had you, bro.
What?
Like God sent Trevor.
That's true. That's true. But yeah.
Hey, don't worry. I'm going to invoice you for it. That's only a $700 rental.
I told him to do 2,000. So
I
he's
told
cutting
him
you
no.
a
I
deal.
said, listen, I'm going to be, it's the town. How about this? If we win the game, I won't charge you for the rental.
Yeah, there you go.
Now led on to the field by drum major Haley Sisk. The Nicholas County High School Marching Band Grizzlies with twirlers Mackenzie Taylor, Phoebe Gross, performing their 2025 field show Back to the Future, featuring solos by Gavin Keenan on the trumpet, Cassidy Morse on clarinet, and Jeremiah Mullins on guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Marching Grizzlies.
Bro, if you say yes, I got the same question. That's the mic that's loud, so I'm just
Here's the problem. It's super low budget at this point. and it's midweek. So I was
Yeah,
like,
but I would take that.
oh, I didn't.
I'm like, he's like, this charge? He's like, no, he's just like, this thing would be too inappropriate. He said, would it be appropriate if I go down there? He's like, whatever, talk about it. But I'm like, well, just because you go down there doesn't mean you know that to us. You can just say, I'll just come on the bridge and play. I think it's one of well, like, that's just all.
That's what happens when you're leaving your house early. I think they're going to 10 o'clock.
This shot's just the back of your hand. I just like it. Like, what if I just kept it? Oh, there you go. It was like this. Just like the next one. Well, but we got the wrong roster today. We're not happy about that. Well, I guess we're about to. I like at least the back system. Well, then we got the right one. So then what's next after that? I don't play for this. So we're going in that. Do we remember in high school like college? Hi everybody, I'm Rick Kaiser. I'm now a freshman.
Thank you for the halftime show to both bands. Do we have any veterans that are here with us tonight? Veterans, would you please stand? Round of applause for our veterans. Do we have any active duty military with us here tonight? Please stand. I can't see from up here in the press box, but if we have active duty, make some noise for me. All right. Hey, our Veterans Day parade here in Summersville is going to be held Saturday, November the 8th. That is the parade on November the 8th. Lineup will be at the Summersville Senior Center, located by the Summersville Elementary School. Lineup will be at noon to 1300 hours. The parade will start at 1300. Now,
welcome back to SCTV as we get ready to start this second quarter. We're about 3 minutes out, guys, but something we were going to do in the pregame, which got pushed a little bit, we always like to do the sports report.
Yes.
You know, highlight all the sports. And how about we get into it with the NCHS boys soccer team. They went to James Monroe and won 5-0. Then they came home to play South Harrison. They got a 1-1 tie there. And then they played Pikeview yesterday for the last home game of the regular season, and they tied 0-0 there. So they go on the road to Grafton and Roane County to finish off the 2025 season. Hopefully we can get 2 big wins there on the road and then go into regionals strong.
Yeah, definitely. You know, kind of odd to see back-to-back ties there, but that's soccer, you know. I'm sure you see that a lot more than what I would think. But, yeah, you know, we've always had a pretty decent soccer program, I feel like, on both sides, boys and girls, so definitely excited to see how they do.
Now let's go to the NCHS girls soccer team. Evan, we've talked to them on the Maloney Sports Report a couple of weeks ago, and you can tell that when we talked to them at that moment, they entered that tough portion of the schedule, and they're just now getting out of it. They fell short to Greenbrier East 5-0. Then Capitol High School came up to Nicholas, where the Nicholas Lady Grizzlies lost 0-3, and then Pikeview came up and they got back in the win column, winning 2-1.
Yeah, you know, they've won a lot of key games this season, and whenever we talk to them on the Maloney Sports Report, you know, they were confident. The girls, the motivation's there, the team is there, the communication is there, which is most important. You know, I'm excited to see how they finish up the season.
So now let's go to golf, Evan. I know your season just wrapped up. Yes. How about you walk us through that?
Yeah, and definitely a tough ending to the season. Unfortunately, not going to states, which will be the first time that we haven't gone in the past 3 years. You know, we fought to the end. Realistically, the spirits were a little low this year. I think we let we moved up to AAA in golf, had a way tougher region. It was us, and then the 3 teams we were competing with to go to states were all top 15 teams in the state in all classes, not just AAA. So I think we let that get to us a little bit too much. You know, we still gave it our all, and that's all that matters. We fought to the very end.
Now let's go to the NCHS girls cross country team. Their last meet was up in Tucker County. Caroline Hinkle placed 3rd out of the team. Braylee Priest placed 2nd out of the team. And Madison Angus got 1st out of the team and 6th out of the meet. Their next race or meet will be conference championship, and we wish them the best of luck. The NCHS boys cross country team last meet was also up in Tucker County. Jakir Tobirin placed 3rd out of the team. Peyton Tucker placed 2nd out of the team. And Eli Stover placed 1st out of the team and 15th out of the meet. Their next race will also be conference championship, and we wish the cross-country team the best of luck. The NCHS volleyball team played a quad match where Bridgeport, Hoover, Greenbrier East came up to play. Then they went away to Sissonsville last night, and they won 3-0. Evan, we've talked about the volleyball team. They're very young, and I think the future is very bright for this team.
Yes, definitely. It goes back to what we were saying earlier with having a younger team and a lot of senior and junior leaders to kind of build their program up, give the confidence to the younger teammates on how to kind of lead a team. And you're definitely seeing that over there for the volleyball team.
That was this week's look around NCHS sports. It's always good to look around the school. So many great things are always happening. And now it's time for some second half of high school football, as you're going to see the football scores here. Obviously, the past couple games there, you had the Lincoln game, which was obviously a nail-biter. Obviously, last week didn't go the way you wanted it to be. So you can see the last 3 results on the screen right now. So now it's time for some second half football, guys. The Grizzlies got some momentum to end that first half. Now it's the start of the second, and the Grizzlies get the ball.
Yeah, major momentum on the Grizzlies side. Not only because they, used the entire 7 minutes left on the clock going into halftime to go down and score a touchdown, with 2 fourth-down conversions and a nice 10, 15-yard pass to Spencer Kuiper to get in the end zone. Extra point good. They also had a big stop on the Bluefield side. 8 seconds left. Bluefield gets the screen pass out to the left, runs down, fumbles the ball, recovers, clock runs out. So a lot of momentum for the Grizzlies, especially getting the ball back here. I'd love to see some great things coming out hot out of the locker room.
So the Beavers are going to kick off. It's number 9, Jeremiah Jones, is going to kick it away. And we're going to get the second half underway. And it's number 5, Griffin Milam on the return.
Lucas
Milam. Sorry, I keep thinking of his brother. His brother plays on the middle school team. And they went up to South Harrison last night. Didn't get the result they wanted. As it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 33.
So I think this is the deepest we've seen a starting field position in the game so far.
Yes, but not terrible field position. I mean,
Yes.
It doesn't appear that Bluefield has a high-caliber kicker, which may come to our advantage here. Like to see the Grizzlies, as we've been talking about over the break, take a lot of time off the clock and get 7 here.
Yes.
They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to continue to get some space. He's going to get a little bit of a gap. He's still on his feet. He's still going. Took 2 defenders to bring him down there. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies at the 47. What a way to start the first half.
Yeah.
The second half, excuse me.
Devin Nash has been kind of slow this game. They've been containing him well. That is the best possible play coming out of halftime, not only to give the confidence, but to give him the confidence.
And possibly the most explosive play Grizzlies have had yet. Let's hope that we can keep it going.
Yes.
And now you could hand it off to Nash again, or you could maybe even take a shot downfield
Yes,
if they think you're going to hand it off to Nash.
This is where you have to stay disciplined and use time, work the field, just like we said. Do not go for anything crazy.
Ball at the 49, and they're going to hand it off to Nash again. He's going to continue to fight. What a spin move there. And they're saying to pick up about 3 yards there. So now it's about 2nd and 7.
I want him to get hot. This team wins whenever Devin Nash is in the zone.
Absolutely.
Whenever he's breaking tackles and getting downfield efficiently. So far, Bluefield has contained him, done a good job of locking him down, shutting him out. Grizzlies so far, first 2 plays have worked around that.
And you can tell he's in the zone, as now Helms is going to pitch it back to Nash, and going to continue to fight for the edge. And look at that. He's just so good at breaking those tackles.
Wow.
Look at that.
And you can
5
tell
defenders bringing him down.
Devin Nash wants to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you need out there on the field in the huddle. Keep these guys motivated. Keep the ball rolling, baby. I love to see it.
Yes, that's what you need. You get one, especially one of your key players hot, get him in the mindset. He's going to bring the team up with you.
Absolutely.
You can tell the Grizzlies had the momentum under him. There's been a fire lit under Devin Nash, and he has gotten 2 big first down for the Grizzlies as the ball's on the 38 as the Grizzlies march down the field. Now Helms is going to look to pass. It was intended for number 7, Spencer Kuiper, and falls incomplete.
And, I mean, that's a tough ball to throw. You know, you have 2 defenders collapsing in on the receiver. Helms had to force the ball, put a little low, just kind of fall on it, catch it. A little too low, unfortunately, but I don't mind that throw.
Had the right idea with the play call there. The corners are a little bit loose on our receivers out wide.
Yes.
Just couldn't execute the play.
And we've seen that pass here a time or 2 tonight by Colton Helms, utilizing that distance between the receivers and the safeties.
2nd and 10 at the 38. So then we're going to get a flag here now. And it looks like offsides on the defense. And that'll be good for the Grizzlies if it is to move them up 5 yards.
What I'm seeing from the defense here, it looks like, if you look, their safety is rolled up.
Yeah, approachment against the defense, so they pick up 5 yards. But go ahead, Jackson.
Their safety is within, I mean, it looks like he might be 7, 8, not quite as deep as he has been earlier in the game. It looks like, obviously, they know where the ball's going to be going the majority of the time here. Stopping Nash is going to be key for their success.
If you're Helms, you got to utilize that. You got to look to your
Absolutely.
your star
Bluefield
receiver.
loading the box here on defense.
So it's 2nd and 5, and Helms is going to look to pass, and it's going to get complete. It's a number 17, Devin Nash. As the Grizzlies continue to march, the ball's at the 20. Now you're right at the red zone.
Yes, and that's them utilizing that outside field where maybe more of the safeties are going to drop down to try to contain Devin Nash on a run. It's going to leave a lot of room on the outside open. The corners are going to be there.
So 1st and 10 at the 20. Grizzlies going fast here, getting everybody on the same page. And they're going to hand off to Nash, and He's going to get brought down by number 9, Jones, and he's going to pick up about a yard. So 2nd and 9 here, guys. Do you go in the air or do you keep it on the ground?
I think we try to get the ball, whether we throw it or run it, we need to make sure that we can get to a 3rd and manageable. So maybe 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 at least.
So 2nd and 9, they're going to hand it off to Nash again. And he's going to pick up another maybe 2 yards. You can tell Bluefield knows what's coming now. And they're starting to just stop Nash. And now it's 3rd and long-ish here. So
yes, I mean, you can't let the momentum die. Yeah. That's what we're kind of doing here. We're staying out. We cannot do that. Do not stall out. Stay on top of it. Move the chains. This is a big play. I want to see a through-the-air pass here, and I almost like looking towards the end zone, guys.
Yeah, you could take a shot downfield. You also could make the point you're almost in field goal range as well.
See a lot of movement here by Briar Odell, number 8, the receiver for the Grizzlies.
And it's going to be they tried getting that movement there, like you said. Pass attempt for number 5, Lucas Milam. So now it's 4th and 7. I would assume you would probably want to just go for it, just because
it looks like we're sending
it out. Yeah,
Burkhammer out there with the tee.
And that's good. You know, I mean, you kick the field goal, you cut it to 20, and then you're 3 possessions behind. I'm fine with that.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah, in that previous play there, you might be a little confused. All that was the tunnel screen, trying to get the ball in the middle of the field, not necessarily get the first down or the touchdown, just trying to get it in the middle of the field to make this kick easier on Burkhammer.
Yes. So Burkhammer's going to kick the ball up, and it's going to be no good. Obviously, he has that leg injury, and you can probably tell a little bit of that coming from that.
And we probably should have ran the ball there instead of trying to get that tunnel screen just to get it in the middle of the field. However, I mean, we got Bluefield. As far as defense goes, we got them right where we want them. I mean, they're back deep in their own territory here.
And the defense they had the last 7 minutes of the 2nd quarter. You had all of halftime, and then you got 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter of rest here as well. So your defense should be almost back up to 100% as well, I would assume, Jackson. And they're going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to continue to fight here, and he's going to get pushed out about the 40. And it's actually number 11, excuse me, Jamarius Smith. So 1st and 10 Bluefield at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Grizzlies need to do a little bit better job on keying on the run. I mean, it's been killing us all night. We're not tackling. We're not staying ahead of the running back.
And Bluefield did a good job getting to the edge there. You see a wall of white there setting up, ran the ball right off the edge.
Handoff up the middle. It is number 9, Jones, and he is going to pick up the first down. Jeremiah Jones has been an absolute beast for the Bluefield Beavers.
Yes, and you know,
number 57, Ronan Bean, picking up the first down.
I feel like your offense goes out there, right, and they march down the field there, and then the defense played well that first half, and now you're just starting to kind of see a little bit of the wear and tear getting to them.
Yes, and also kudos to the Bluefield offensive line for creating the holes.
Yeah. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 41 as the pass is going to be not bobbled by number 11, Jeremiah.
You can almost see him there turn his head before he had the ball. I mean, you can't run before you make the catch.
Yeah. And you see that even at the pro level, right?
Yes.
You think you're open and you're already thinking, what am I going to do next before you make the catch? And that's when you kind of get those bobbles or those incomplete passes where it's right there in your hands and you just can't complete the catch. So now it's 2nd and 10. You got them 2nd and long here. I would assume you can really run the ball or pass the ball.
Yes.
With how it's been going.
One thing that this Bluefield offense has not done is make 2 mistakes in a row. The Grizzlies defense need to force a little bit more of those mistakes instead of just letting them happen.
They're going to give it to number 5 or 15, excuse me.
Ball comes out.
Ball comes out, and it's going to be
Can't see the
Did
number.
it go? It's going to be Grizzlies ball.
30.
Very
And
nice.
number and I
32.
believe it was 32, Ben Deaton. Or number
Deaton.
Or no. Hold
Or was
on.
it number 30? It might be
Number
30. Yeah,
30.
30.
Landon
Landon
Keenan,
Keenan.
yes.
And that is huge if you're the Grizzlies. You just said
Yes.
you needed to force some pressure there, get to make a mistake, and that's exactly what the Grizzlies got there.
Yeah, that's what you need. And like I said, this Bluefield offense has been making the mistakes. We just have not capitalized on them or been close enough to the ball to where we can make a play on it. Great job by Landon Keenan there to force that fumble.
So now it's 1st and 10. Your offense gets back there on the field. They got to momentum going last drive. We'll have to see as Helms is going to keep it, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards there. So that's exactly what you want for a quarterback keeper.
Yes, and that's something that the Grizzlies do not run often, is the quarterback keeper, and I think that's a nice little, we can switch it up too, Bluefield. We're gonna get some yards on you. Maybe expanding our playbook a little bit.
Absolutely.
So now it's 2nd and 6. Pick up 4 yards there, and the ball's at the 37. Can the Grizzlies march down the field here and score before the quarter is over? They're going to hand it off to Nash, and he's going to just continue to wear and tear. Look at him breaking those tackles.
Wow.
He is still on his feet and dragged down at the 50 by number 29, number 28 Hickman, and that's a 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies at the 50.
That was a very solid run by Nash there. That's what you want to see from your running back.
Yes.
Shedding tackles, throwing guys off, doing everything he can to get the first down and possibly more.
We said it so many times. We seem like a broken record, but Nash is just so good at breaking those tackles. You can tell he's put in the work this offseason, and they're going to give it to Nash again, and he's going to continue to fight as he picks up about 3 yards there, it looks like.
Yeah, now I got to say, one thing I want to see different here from the Grizzlies, I want to go through the air on this 2nd down. We're running the ball a lot, and it's working. Devin Nash is an incredible running back, and he knows how to get yards. But this Beaver defense is going to key up on that by the 2nd or 3rd run.
Absolutely.
And the passing game worked in that 1st quarter in the very beginning, so we'll have to see if they go to the air.
Play
and they're going
action,
to look
yes.
to, and it's going to be
Very
complete
nice.
to number 7, Spencer Kuiper, just like it was in the beginning of the game as well.
Yes.
That short pass game works very well with this Grizzlies offense.
And if you notice, not necessarily dropping back into the pass, but giving the play action first, because you know Bluefield's king on Nash.
Yes.
Giving the play action, draw those linebackers in, maybe cause the safety to take the wrong step and hit Spencer Kuiper out there in the flat for a good gain.
Yeah, and that was a great throw by Colton Helms. He placed that ball right where Spencer Kuiper needed to have that, a little bit of a high shoulder catch there. The defender was right on him, so that was definitely a great play there.
We're starting to see the Grizzlies getting their rhythm as Helms' pass is going to be complete to number 10, Brennan Smith. And way to keep fighting there, too, you know what I mean? He got the ball, and he picked up 3 or 4 yards on the run as well.
Yeah, and
Great yards after catch.
Yes, and he is filling in for Colton Berkhammer in the tight end role, I believe.
And he's doing a great job.
Yes.
Yeah. He's doing a wonderful job. And now it's 2nd and 1, so now you could maybe even take a shot downfield, because if you don't get it, then it's 3rd and 1, then you could hand it off to Nash.
Yeah, but you got to be smart about it.
You
though.
do, you
Don't
do.
force anything.
A little
You
bit
do
different
not have to
set
have it.
here.
As the Grizzlies are going to look to pass, and it's going to be just a little too far out for number, was it 10 again, Brennan
Yes,
Smith?
Brennan
Yeah.
Smith again.
And he almost had a little bit of room there, too, where he maybe could have run it up the middle
Yeah,
there.
I agree, Grant. I like the aggression, wanting to score. However, did have a little open lane there. Not complaining, though.
Yeah.
Can still get this first down on 3rd and 1.
Yes.
And if you don't get it on 3rd and 1, you can even go to that 4th down as well, like we saw in the first half as well.
Yes.
I think this play right here is going to be all on the O-line to create that hole for Devin Nash to get up the middle.
Absolutely.
You know Bluefield knows exactly what the
They know
Grizzlies
where
are
this
gonna
ball's
do.
going.
Yes. You have to prepare for that.
You have to block, and they're going to do a quarterback. It was a direct, yeah, it was a quarterback keeper, and now the Grizzlies are going to lose a yard or 2 here. So now it's 4th and 2. Now you're in a tough spot.
I understand the play call. Just like we were saying, Bluefield knew where the ball was going to go. It was going to be Devin Nash. I like the mix-up. I still would have handed off, though.
So now it's 4th and 3, and the Grizzlies are going to take a timeout. I agree with taking the timeout there. You know what I mean? It's 4th and 3, a big play in the game.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To extend the game and just to discuss what's going on. It'll be interesting to see what they draw up, though.
Yeah, definitely. I like the Grizzlies taking a timeout, like you said there, Grant. I think that this is a major play. You cannot have that big of a play on defense to get the ball back and then go down and immediately turn it back over. Grizzlies need to score here. Momentum is kind of falling out of their hands. You've had the only stop that you've had on defense and forced the turnover on that stop. You gotta capitalize off that.
One thing, though, I want to bring up, though, is like we talked about, Bluefield knew what was coming. They knew it was going to be the handoff to Nash or the quarterback keeper. As the Grizzlies here, do you maybe try to throw him off here? Because if I'm Bluefield, I would think they would run the ball. Do you maybe try to do a short little pass to Spencer Kuiper again?
I would definitely attack the flat here on the wide side. I'm going to assume Bluefield is going to be man-to-man, and it looks like they are. So maybe we can get a little pick on the slot corner there and hit Spencer Kuiper out in the flat.
Yes.
Or perhaps even on a slant, as much space as he has.
So it's going to be 4th and 3 at the 32. Big play here for the Grizzlies to extend this drive and to extend the game, as they are going to look to pass. He's going to get pressure, and he's going to get rid of it, and it's just bobbled by Nash. That was a tough catch, though, to make if you're
That
Nash.
was. He had it in the one hand. Running like that with 2 defenders around you, it is definitely challenging to try to make, especially a one-handed catch. Colton Helms had no choice but to just release that ball. Pocket collapse, and he just had to try to make a play there.
So turnover on downs. So we 1st and 10 for Bluefield, but it's about in that same area they took over last drive as well. And we saw the Grizzlies defense start to, well, they struggled a little bit there until they got the fumble. But we'll have to see if the defense here can try to get some stops. You got a little bit of rest there as well.
Yes.
As it's going to be bobbled once again.
Defense stepping up. Got to keep that going, though.
So just it was intended for Jeremiah Jones, Simpson's pass. Obviously just bobbled there. We've seen a couple of those from Bluefield, but now it's 2nd and 10. We've seen this multiple times now, but can the Grizzlies make it 3rd and long? Or 3rd and manageable?
Yeah,
you know
they can. It's just going to be a matter of staying disciplined, keep doing what you're doing, put a little bit more pressure on the quarterback, and do not let him make that quick throw out.
Simpson's going to look to pass, and it is complete. But like we've just talked about, the Grizzlies are able to hold them. So now it's 3rd and long. So now you got to expect the pass. You've just stopped the pass twice. Only this time, though, they're probably going to go more downfield, right?
Yes,
so you got to be ready.
absolutely.
You got to be ready. You got to know they're coming downfield, and you got to, because if they go downfield, pick up 10 yards, then they got the 1st down.
Yes, I love that play by the Grizzly defense there. They stopped the play that has put probably 100 yards on them tonight so far.
yeah.
That was major by the Grizzly defense.
Bluefield going fast as Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's complete to number. There's a little bit of a tussle kind of going on.
Little
over
extracurricular.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're going to have that in these big games, especially with such a deficit. You know, both teams are, one's going to get cocky, one's a little
The
mad
focus
right now.
is going to be lessened on both sides.
Yes.
And this is when you're the Grizzlies, you've got to stay focused, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like you said, one team is starting to get a little bit comfortable with the lead.
Yes.
The other teams, obviously, like you said, Evan, kind of mad. The Grizzlies are kind of mad. This is when the Grizzlies, you can't let that get to you. You got to stay focused, and they did a great job there. They're going to hand it off to number 9, Jeremiah Jones, and he's going to be brought down.
Nice tackle there by, appears to be
Number 10, Brennan Smith, or no? There's
24. Cooper Lanham. You know, speed's killing the Grizzlies right now. I want to go back to that last pass where they got the 1st down. Grizzly defenders had him covered. The quick little comeback. Speed. Grizzly defenders could not get there in time, and he had it.
So now it's 2nd and 9 at the 46. The Grizzlies' defense, though, they've done a good job this drive, keeping them. And you're starting to see it on the offensive side and the defensive side. Things are starting to click, I feel like.
I think if you're the Grizzly defense, you want to slow this offense down to the best of your ability.
Yeah, Simpson's pass is complete to number 11, Smith. And
Flag down.
There's a flag down, and
I would like to see the Grizzlies do a little bit better job of swarming to the football.
Yes.
With Bluefield and their speed, I mean, I would like to see a little bit better job of open field tackling. But, I mean, you just like I said, you got to swarm to the football and you got to gang tackle and kind of just circle around these guys. They're so fast; they can juke out. They can juke one defender with too much ease.
And I think one of the biggest things is they're getting a lot of post-contact yardage. You can't have that, and that can be such a momentum killer for a defense, and it wins games.
We'll listen to the call. I think the Grizzlies are going to get a big break here.
Holding gets the offense number 7. That's a 10-yard penalty. After that, we hit a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 7. That's a 15-yard penalty. Second down.
I was going to say there was a little bit of yapping there to the officials, and you saw that flag come in. So now you get that break you needed, right?
Yes.
You forced Bluefield into a mistake there. You get 25 yards moving them back, right? Because you got 15 then to 10. So now it's second and long here as it's going to hand off to number 9.
Got to tackle.
Yeah, number 9, Jones there.
See, and that's just Grizzlies just keep shooting themselves in the foot because you're going to make those big penalties. You're going to force them to mess up, drop a lot of yards, get it all back right on the next play.
So now it's third and 11, like you said. You get it all back.
Cannot have that happen. This is a very important play for the Grizzly defense. Do your best to swarm the ball, tackle, no post-contact yardage on this play.
So it's third and 11. It's going to be complete to number 4, and you got 3 or 4 Grizzlies. You got number 30, Landon Keenan, number 5, Lucas Milam was in there as well, but it's going to be first and 10 for
I think
Bluefield.
that's just one of those plays where the Grizzlies have to be a little more aware of the situation. You know, Bluefield at third and long, not really concerned with getting an explosive play, just getting the first down. And I think we really just, in that situation, need to lock in and prevent them from the line of scrimmage getting anywhere down the field.
Yes, I mean, the Grizzly defense is not doing a great job of keying up on what has been working all night for this Bluefield offense.
Simpson's going to hand it off to number 9 once again, Jeremiah Jones. And Jeremiah here, he's just like a Devin Nash for Bluefield. They've handed it off to him multiple times. He's picked up numerous yards there, and now it's second and 5.
Yes.
So second and 5 at the 35. Go ahead.
Too many Grizzlies touching him for him to get 5 yards. You know, right off the line, we're having 2 defenders swarm his legs, and he's still getting through. We have to tackle. I mean, that's what's killing us right now, especially on these third and short, fourth and short conversions they're getting. We're not tackling.
Second and 5, as Simpson's going to keep it on his feet, and he's just going to continue to find yards, and he's going to pick up a first down at the 25. They're running all over the defense.
Yeah,
here.
5 Grizzlies had him before he was tackled by 3 additional Grizzlies downfield.
Looked like that might have been a QB draw there. I couldn't really tell. Looked like all stops on the far side of the field. QB didn't really look down the field, just kind of looked for the opening in the line and hit the hole.
See, this is a tough spot for the Grizzlies. You know, they've got a 3-on-5 situation here in the trench, and that's leaving so much room for the O-line to create a hole for number 9, Jeremiah Jones, to just break right through and run. Or even we saw there, number 2 quarterback Max Simpson on the QB draw. I mean, it's just
it's so difficult to scheme against. When I mean, Bluefield, we've seen it all night long. They have such a balanced attack.
Yes.
On the offensive side, I mean, you really got to pick your poison. You're either going to have Jones run all over you, or they're going to throw the ball out to the flat on those little screens and the comeback routes.
Yes.
Yeah, and now you're starting to see where Bluefield's starting to slow the game down a little bit. So as the Grizzlies, how can you make the most of what's left? You got about 13 minutes left. What are some things you think the Grizzlies just need to kind of touch up here to make the most of this next 13 minutes?
I think they need to just stay disciplined, control the game. They're not doing a great job of working the field on offense, easing into a play. They're having one big play, then they lose 3 yards on the next. They need to do better of staying ahead of the sticks, push forward, and don't be afraid to throw the ball.
So timeout finishing up here as there's 1:28 to go in the third quarter. The ball's at the 25-24 yard line, in between the hash marks there. But it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Beavers, and we'll have to see what they drew up there in that timeout. Simpson's going to hand it off to, looks like, Jeremiah Jones there, and he got tripped up right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a big tackle there by number 4, Carter Meadows. And that's what we've been talking about. If you're making contact on the lower half of the runner, he should not break through 3 of those.
Yeah.
Carter Meadows did a great job there of swarming his legs and taking him down just off the line for a pickup of 2, but we need to do that every single time we touch them.
So now it's second and 8 at the 23, as Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's complete to number 11, Smith, and he's going to be brought down by a couple of Grizzlies there. Number 30, Landon Keenan there. Number 7, Spencer Kuiper there as well, and others. And it's going to bring up a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 14. And now you're just getting to that point of the game. You have to snap the ball once again if you're the Beavers, but then after that you can take it to the end of the quarter if you want to, depending on if you run it. If you run it, you can take it to the end of the quarter. If you pass it, you have to do another play, as they're going to hand it off to—
Flag on the play.
Yeah, flag. They're going to hand it off to Jeremiah Jones, and we will get another play, as it looks like false. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like a false start.
Illegal formation.
5 men in the backfield. Gets the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So now you back him up. So it's 1st and 15. And you get behind the chains, you know what I mean, and try to make something happen.
I think if Bluefield gets in the end zone here, it might close the game here.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, this is a huge drive.
So it's
Grizzlies just haven't been explosive on offense, and I don't think there's enough time. If the Beavers punch one in here, I mean, 30 points.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough time.
I agree.
Yeah.
This has to be a stop right here, and then you have to go down and score honestly quick.
And they're going to just take it to the end of the third quarter. So we are going to take you to one of another senior spotlight interviews. We'll be right back after this.
Kuiper, Cooper Lanham, and Cooper, let me ask you this. So at what age did you realize you had the passion for the game, for football?
Probably back in Little Bears, around 5th grade and 4th grade. Was playing Little Bears with my dad as a coach and going through that and having a good time.
Cooper, what are some challenges you faced throughout your football journey?
Probably some injuries, broken bones and fractures and stuff.
Yeah, just not getting injured.
Yep, just not getting injured.
Well, Cooper, thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
So Cooper Lanham's interview there, and you know, you got 12 minutes left here in the ball game here. It's 2nd and 9 at the 13 for the Beavers, as we will switch sides of the field here. But it'll be nice to see the Grizzlies can get a stop and then go down the field here and score, just to get some momentum, going into next week as well.
You got 12 minutes left. You're down, what, 23? It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a bad place to be. Three possession game, and your opponents are on 2nd and 10 on their 14-yard line.
I think the biggest thing for the Grizzlies here is just keeping our heads. We have Greenbrier East coming in, another tough team.
Yes.
And the biggest thing is we need all of our guys next week. We can't afford personal fouls and possibly guys getting thrown out of the game. We got to be smart, make sure we have all of our guys, keep guys healthy. Unfortunately, I think we've reached that point in the game.
Yes, and you hate to say it, but it's just such a big deficit for the way that we're playing.
Yeah, and hand off to Jeremiah Jones once again. But like you guys said, though, you're at that point in the game to where you hate to say it, but it's not going the Grizzlies' way. And this is when you kind of start to focus to next week. Obviously, a big game with Greenbrier East coming up next week. And like Jackson said, you got to make sure your whole team's healthy. And you can't make no silly things get thrown out of the game to where you miss next week as well.
I mean, this is the point of the game where you finish strong. You play good solid fourth quarter. If there's the chance that you come back and win, you come back and win. That's great.
Yeah.
If you don't, you can at least come out here with your heads held high and say that you gave it your all to round out the game. You never gave up.
Simpson's going to look to pass, and it's intercepted by number 8.
Briar Odell.
Yeah, Briar Odell, and he's going to continue to get pushed out of bounds, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Got to be happy about that play right there.
Yes. That's incredible. And that's a quarterback that you do not see a lot of mistakes out of often. And I think that goes back to what I've been saying all game. He doesn't read. He throws the ball where the play intends him to throw the ball. He's quick. He steps into. He doesn't throw a lot of lob passes. He throws that low, quick bullet pass. If you're a defender and you're right there, easy to make an interception off that kind of throw.
Absolutely.
And now you have a chance to just march down the field here, score, and finish off the game strong.
Yes, and this is one of the biggest drives for the Grizzlies. You have to score right here. You have to have a few explosive plays to get into the end zone, get the momentum on your side.
And we got to score quick.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to score quick, yeah. You can't take 5 to 6 minutes off the clock as they're going to hand it off to Nash, it looks like.
I hate to say it, and I know you want to utilize your best player. We've got to throw the ball. Even if it's to Nash, we have to throw the ball here. Trust in Colton Helms. He's done it time and time again. We don't have time to make 3-4 run plays in a row and then try to ease into a throw. We've got to make something happen quick.
And you have to go fast, too. But like you said, Nash is good when you can pick up 2 or 3 yards, but you just don't have that time left in the game.
You can play him as a receiver, too. He can be a receiving back.
Absolutely.
He can catch the ball and go downfield. I'd like to see something like that out of Helms here, yes.
Helms
nice
is going to look to
action.
pass, but he's going to get absolutely pressured in the backfield, and he's going to go down. And he's going to lose about 5 yards there. And that's not what you can have if you're the Grizzlies, you know what I mean?
You have to expect it, though.
Yeah, you do.
Bluefield, they know it's worked in the past in this game. They're keying on it. They're going to pressure Helms the rest of the game, regardless of whether you're throwing or passing. Helms has to be ready for a quick release. If I'm the coach, that's the kind of plays that I'm getting into right here.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15 at the 25-yard line. And now you have to kind of pass the ball here to get the first down.
Clock just dropped inside of 10 minutes. Got to go quick. Got to make a good play here. Get close to the first down marker.
Helms is going to look to pass.
Got to get rid of it.
Yeah, you got to quickly, and he gets the pressure, and he goes down once again in the backfield. Like you said, Jackson, yeah, you had to get rid of it there. He was looking, nothing was opening up, and he goes down with it in the backfield.
And that's a play that you hate to see. Like I said, I mean, we got to get in the playbook here where we can go quick.
I mean, at this point.
So now it's 4th and 20 on the 20 here. And
I mean, a punt's almost obsolete here.
Yes.
With the situation. I mean, we throw it deep. Bluefield picks it. We tackle him. It's basically a punt.
Yes.
I mean, we've just reached that point in the game. It's just.
And minimize the damage, too.
Yes, and I think Bluefield was kind of keying up on that.
I mean, I would like to see a punt here. However, 9 minutes left, down 23.
Yeah, I just don't think you can. And that's kind of what we were talking about. I mean, you're playing free football right now. This is the kind of time where you get to try out some different plays. Yeah. I think you want to see a deep ball. Helms has in his arm. He can make that throw. 20 yards to first down. It's not ideal, but it's kind of where you're at right now.
So this is our 3rd game here on SCTV, and it's been fun. So I just want to give a couple shout-outs here. You know, Aiden Prophet, he is in my grade. Me and him are great friends, and he's been working the camera, one of the cameras for us tonight. We also got Trevor Kaufman working the 2nd camera for us, and then down on the sideline we have Adam with the mobile camera, and we're getting some great shots from that mobile camera as well. And then Jackson and Evan, thanks for being here as always.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having us out here, guys. great to be a part of.
It's been fun, and we got 2 more games for you on this 2025 campaign for the Grizzlies next week. Eastern Greenbrier, and then we got 1 more for you to round out the season.
So it looks like we are going to go with the punt here. Colton Burkhammer back.
And that's what you want there, and that's a great punt there, too.
That is a great punt.
And it's going to take a bounce.
Got to get on it.
Yeah, it's not taking a Grizzlies bounce. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Beavers, right around the 47. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. Like I said, this is the point in the game where you got to play for confidence going into next week. You do not have, honestly, really any easier games going out, finishing out the season. They're all tough. You come out of here with a tough loss. Yeah, you take it on the chin, you move on. But most importantly, you want to come out of here saying that you fought till the very end. You want to have some big plays going into next week, knowing that you can play up with these teams.
1st and 10 for the Beavers at the 47.
And the Grizzlies so far have played a good second half. Just offense has not been able to move the sticks, get downfield.
So Simpson's is going to hand it off, and it looks like number 9, Jones again.
And I mean, he's doing that all on his own.
Yeah.
There was nobody pushing him. He was running with 5 Grizzly defenders on him.
And it was actually 15 tab, excuse me. So it's going to be a pickup of about 5, going to bring up 2nd and 5 at the 49. So
Bluefield has 2 solid running backs.
They do.
Number 6 Jones and 15 Tab. There's not a lot of drop off there, is there, guys?
No, there's not. And then you can, like you said, you can hand off to either one of them and pick up at least 4 or 5 yards there. So now it's 2nd and 5 at the 49. As we get motion, and we're going to hand it off to Tab again, and he's going to try to fight for the outside, but get pulled down by number 4, Briar Odell was there.
Number 4, that's Carter Meadows.
Carter Meadows, excuse me. And
this is kind of the point in the game where we're not going to see much of Jeremiah Jones anymore in the game. You're going to see more of the backup players coming in for Bluefield. Get a little bit more diverse, maybe in the playbook, in the roster, just to kind of get a feel, get everybody on the field, get some touches for the younger guys.
Absolutely.
That's what I was just thinking about. This is the point of the game where you kind of pull off your starters, you know what I mean, and start to save them for next week.
And it gives you an advantage when you're able to do that, too.
It is.
Yes.
To give guys that varsity experience, just the feeling playing on a Monday night and a Friday night is not even comparable. So to give these guys the chance to get out here on Friday night for the Bluefield, I mean, it really helps out.
So we get a flag here.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Against the defense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 here. But like you said, though, Jackson, that's a good point. You know, just getting the young kids in there, and like you said, going from a Monday night to a Friday night, the amount of excitement, right, just to be in there goes a long way. As Simpson is going to be brought down in the backfield there.
And you can kind of tell that Max Simpson's getting a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
These are mistakes that he didn't often make earlier in the game.
Bluefield may be letting up a little bit at this point in the game.
Yes, and that's something that, coming from Bluefield's side, I wouldn't take that approach personally. But you also got to pay attention. I mean, these are high school athletes.
It's a natural reaction.
Yes, you know, they're going to get comfortable. You also don't want to risk injury by trying to
absolutely not. No.
Force the throws, force the plays every single time. Of course, they're going to go for it here. Nothing really to lose at this point.
Yeah, it's 4th and
6:30 left in the game. 4th and 4 for Bluefield here.
Yeah, and they're using all the play clock too.
There is the screen pass to the side again.
Yeah, it's complete to number 6, Jaleel Jones, and now this is when you got to be careful when you get those whistles.
And that's something I'm sure the Grizzlies are going to work on practice this week. That screen pass really just killed us tonight.
And we've seen it a little bit, too, against Lincoln as well, you know what I mean? The pass coverage has gotten better, but like you said, Evan, something you still kind of want to work on this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and I tell you,
go ahead.
Something about working on this pass coverage a little bit. Greenbrier East has a very solid quarterback. I believe his name's Brody Hamrick. Kid's got size, he's got an arm, and he can run, very athletic. So we do need to prep for that.
And once again, that game's next week as the handoff to Jones, and he's going to lose about 2 yards there.
And that's something that's killed us. I mean, even looking back to the Lincoln Cougars game, we might have won that by two possessions. But that quarterback was throwing right down our throat.
Yeah.
I mean, he was stepping into the throws. He was making it. I think that is our biggest weakness on defense right now is, honestly, the quick over-the-middle passes.
Absolutely. And when you got a mismatch with the speed to the opposing team's receivers to RDBs, the only thing that will help that is your pass rush, putting pressure on the quarterback.
And whenever we do put pressure on the quarterback like that right there, it works.
Absolutely.
We make them force throws. Every single time tonight that we've put pressure on Max Simpson, he has pretty much every single time made a mistake that we can almost capitalize on.
So that pass was intended for number 11, Jamaris Smith, and now it's 3rd and 14. And like you guys said, that you're starting to tell this Bluefield defense, starting to get comfortable. They know they have a large lead here, but like you two were just saying, taking this into next week, right? You got to turn the page here. You can't focus on this game. You have a big game next week with Greenbrier East coming up, and this is when you just start to use this as almost like a practicing tool. As we're going to have a long pass here, and it was complete to number 7, Pax Calhoun. What a catch.
Yeah.
And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 14.
And that's just demoralizing for the Grizzlies. I mean, that's basically Bluefield saying we can let up and still.
Yeah.
A great play there by number 7, Pax Calhoun. A sophomore quarterback to a sophomore receiver. I mean, Bluefield's going to have a tremendous football team for the next 2 years here. I know there's still 5 minutes left in this game, but we keep mentioning next week. I think, these Nicholas Grizzlies, they'll get 24 hours to recover.
Yes.
Get their minds right. Go over the film themselves, watch themselves, hopefully correct their mistakes. And, once Sunday rolls around, we enter a new game week.
Yep.
Clean slate. We've got to really focus. And I think with the way that Bluefield is, I think we're going to see a similar attack from the Greenbrier East offense.
Yes.
So we can take a lot from tonight and kind of use it as practice next week and hopefully tighten up a little bit on defense, work on our weaknesses, which, we've seen a lot. We need to do a better job covering in the flat, do a better job maintaining our edge, and prevent the running back from being able to bounce the ball outside and prevent those one-on-one situations. Try to get the running back to run inside the tackle box right towards the heart of our defense.
Yes, and that's one of the worst things, honestly, about this situation. The game as a whole, you make mistakes, the team you're playing next week is going to see those mistakes time and time again this week. They're going to train for those mistakes.
Absolutely.
You never have the upper hand, and that's something the Grizzlies need to change in practice this week is maybe staying a little bit more disciplined.
Number 15, Tab, is still on his feet.
On the defensive side.
Flagged down. He just kept continuing to fight there. But we'll see what the call is here.
That flag was thrown early in the play, but not called dead.
Looks like it's coming back, yeah. We've seen that a couple times, too, tonight.
Yes, we have.
One thing I want to do real quick here is I want to give our man Sam Young here a shout-out. He has done a phenomenal job with his SCTV broadcasting stuff, at the top of the line with the graphics and stuff. I know he puts a lot of work into that over this week preparing for this, and just to let us come and as high school students, kind of play with this. I think this is an exciting thing, and it's exciting for the school.
Yeah, definitely. Love to be a part of it. It's growing. It's exciting. And there we are again, just hitting the outside.
Yeah, Tab is just continuing to run there. And it's going to pick up about the first down. And
I gotta give kudos to these Bluefield running backs, man.
Yes.
Relentless effort.
Yes.
I mean, the thing about running back is oftentimes you are forced to sprint when you're tired, and that's exactly what these Bluefield running backs have done.
Yes.
And it's been fun to watch them run the ball.
Oh yeah, it's exciting to see. That's what it takes. I mean, not only as a running back, but all of Bluefield's team pretty much have been fighting till the end. That's whenever we see Devin Nash at his best. And
Absolutely,
whenever he is in the zone fighting through. And I feel like you're seeing that more often in high school football now than what you used to see in the past few years. We've seen a lot of hardcore running backs fighting for every single yard as opposed to a more air raid offense. I think you see a lot of more on the ground play.
Yeah, I agree. And now you have a 3rd and 1 here. So we talked about the goal line defense earlier in the broadcast, but you're starting to kind of see it a little bit here, right here on the goal line as you're at the 2-yard line, 3-yard line here.
Yeah, and this is a time for Bluefield to kind of dig deep in the playbook, find some different options.
They're going to hand it off to Tab once again, but he's going to be brought just a little bit short, but he'll pick up the 1st down, so it's 1st and goal. And that's one thing you said, start to dig deep in the playbook, but they're able just to hand it off to Tab or Jeremiah Jones, and they're just able to pick up that yardage.
Yeah, definitely. Bluefield team is relentless. They're definitely playing a little bit more relaxed, but they're not giving up. Grizzly defense as well. Kudos to them. They've held them scoreless so far in the second half. 3:51 left to go, and they looks like they score.
So 15 Tab.
Almost 2 full quarters. The Grizzly defense stayed in it. They played hard. Had 2 turnovers in the second half. Unfortunately, a little too much too late.
Yeah.
But definitely something to key on in practice this week. Mentally, like you said, Jackson, 24 hours to recover. I think that's something the Grizzlies need to think about in those 24 hours.
Absolutely.
Definitely a tough loss. It's going to hurt. Narrows your chances of a playoff appearance. But Grizzlies need to take the confidence, the little things that they did right, into the next game.
Once again, we're going for 2. The Beavers are going for 2, and they're going to hand it off to Tab again, and he's going to be just short and brought down by the number 17, Devin Nash. So, like we talked about, flipping the page to next week, you got Greenbrier East coming up, homecoming, big game there. A lot of anticipation for that around the school. And then you got away at Roane County, away at Independence, and you come home to round out the season against Ripley. We've talked about it so many times. It's a tough schedule for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely.
And you got to go into every game knowing you have to fight hard, and and if you get the win, you have earned it.
Absolutely, yes.
And look at the schedule. It has to be top 5, top 10, one of the hardest. In the states, definitely AAA. We play so many
100%.
ranked teams, top 10 ranked teams. To close out the season, we not only have this Bluefield team, a ranked Greenbrier East team next week, then we go away to a very highly ranked, hard-hitting, powerful Independence team. We really do not get a break.
No, it is an absolute gauntlet of a schedule.
But, for the first-year head coach, first-year coaching staff being together, a very young, developing team, I like this schedule. I think it's going to bring out the best and the worst, looking towards the future for sure. And win or lose tonight, you still have a chance.
Yeah,
you're still in it.
You still do, as the Grizzlies are going to return it here. A little bit of a trickery here, going to pitch it back to
Devin Nash.
Yeah, Devin Nash there, yeah. But like we were talking about the schedule, though, not only that, but when you play a AA school, they're up there, right? They're ranked, and that's the thing. It's like no matter who you play, triple or AA, it's just such hard schedule. You got to go into every game fighting hard, and the Grizzlies have done that. Obviously
definitely.
tonight has not been the way you want it to go, but for a schedule this hard, you're going to have games like this.
And it's almost like with the amount of ranked opponents, if everybody on the schedule isn't ranked, it's almost like every game has the intensity of a playoff game just because of the level of play.
Yes.
Which I think is good for our team, regardless of where we end up at the end of this year, but also for the guys coming back next year.
Yes.
And that's one thing I was just going to hit on. When you have a schedule this tough, those younger guys that are getting in, it helps build them for the next year. And then it's like next year's schedule, I don't really know what it looks like, but it might be the same level of hardness, or it could be a little easier or a little harder, but depending on what it is, it prepares you for that no matter what.
Exactly, and I think games like this one here specifically and others on the schedule, I think certain things motivate you. I think this Grizzly team We need to definitely put in work in the offseason, obviously.
Yes.
I think the weight room, work in the weight room is probably the biggest one that stands out to me.
Yeah.
And it's games like this, you remember that until the following season. I think one of those things, it's just we need to get the guys motivated in the offseason, get them in the weight room.
Definitely. I think 2 key takeaways that the Grizzlies are going to remember here. Like you said, Jackson, stay in the weight room, stay disciplined.
Guys, Nash is still fighting. He's going to continue to run. What a run by Nash, as Nash is still not giving up, and he will never give up. And that just shows what you need, somebody that does not quit. And then same thing as that, you have a guy like Devin Nash that doesn't quit. He shows the underclassmen just because you're down doesn't mean you can give up.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a whole set change here. We're going to have some of the younger players come on, which I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think, like we have been saying, this is going to give them the experience that they need to get out there for next year. This is the future of the program right here, and get them acclimated to our offense to playing these teams.
And what the Grizzlies are doing here is we got to keep our guys healthy.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we have probably one of the toughest second halves of the schedule, if not the entire schedule, in the state. We got to keep our guys healthy and get some of these underclassmen experience.
Number 32, Ben Deaton on the carry there, as, like we said, younger classmen come in. Look at that right there, Devin Nash. You can tell he has put in some hard work tonight.
Yes, he's giving it his all, and he does that game in and game out. This team looks a little disappointed, and as I feel that they should be. They were given a lot of opportunities. They gave themselves a lot of opportunities this game, could not capitalize. Definitely something to think about. I think we could use this as motivation.
Number 12, Channing Sharver, is at the quarterback position, and he's going to keep it here to run it, and he's going to fight for the outside, and it looks like the flag comes out. It's going to be about 3rd and long here.
And just looking over at that Bluefield sideline, you know, they're still getting hyped up.
Yeah.
They're still playing in this game.
And I think that's a big thing that Bluefield has going. I would assume it looks like they have their underclassmen in as well, but to see those upperclassmen cheering on their teammates, the underclassmen, I mean, that's what you want to see.
Yes, and you love to see that. They can get them going. And like we'd said earlier,
personal foul against the defense, number 64. 15-yard penalty. First down.
There's going to be an injury for
the
the
number
Grizzlies.
60, Connor Gibson. And you hate to see that.
You really do. Shoulder. Yeah, it looks like a possible dislocation or something there. I mean, definitely shaking up on the play.
And you hate to see it, too. You know, I mean, he's only in the 10th grade, and you're getting that chance, like you said, Jackson, earlier, going from a Monday night to a Friday night to get that chance to play and then to go out here injured. It's never what you want to see. So Grizzlies going to hand it off to number 32, Ben Deaton, once again. He's going to continue to fight, and he's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards there, as it's going to bring up 2nd and short.
And Ben Deaton he's one of those guys, you know, I've seen him outside of football, in school, in different areas, just hanging out with him. He's a tough dude.
Yeah.
He's going to fight for it. I assume that he's probably going to be playing mostly running back next year. He's going to have to fill that role of Devin Nash, which is a senior this year. We are losing. He knows what he has to do, and I'm excited to see how he performs under that pressure.
But Deaton, he has a great role model to look up to in
yes,
Devin Nash.
He does.
Yeah.
And that goes back to that kind of senior juniors looking down towards the future of the team, teaching them. And I know Devin Nash is very good at that.
And number 32, Ben Deaton on the carry once again, as he got pushed big time for the first down for the Grizzlies. That's on the 19-yard line. You got 1 minute here, guys. Do you try to score here? Or do you think, do you take any shots towards the end zone, or do you think you just keep handing the ball off, and if you get in, you get in?
I say just keep playing it safe. Just keep handing it off. You get what you get. Let the clock run.
Sharper's going to look to pass, and it's going to be intended for number 3, Griffin Morstan.
I like that. That's a good –
yeah.
That's one of those situations where the receiver turns into the defender there.
Yes, quickly. Still, though, I mean, and I like the run, cross-body throw, not bad for the junior Channing Sarver.
Yeah. And I like that, you know what I mean? Take a shot towards the end zone, give a chance for your underclassmen to score here in a varsity game.
Yeah, that's definitely huge for them, too, going into the offseason. Give them that, boost of confidence.
Absolutely.
So you got 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 at the 19. And Sharber's going to look to pass once again.
Run it.
Yeah, you have the lane there. Now he's going to take it on his feet. He's going to continue to fight for the outside and try to get out of bounds, which the clock will stop for the first down.
And, regardless if we play quarterback next year, I'm sure just by this look, Ganning Sarver is going to be in the run for it, going to be fighting for that starting position. He's quick on his feet. He could have ran it a little sooner there, but he kept his eye downfield. He knew he's fast enough to beat the edge there.
And I tell you, one thing that's promising to see from Channing Sarver is how he's able to improvise.
Yes.
Right? Move around, make plays, and just avoid the sack.
Yeah, definitely. And that's great. He has Colton Helms. Colton Helms has a very powerful arm. I think that's one of his greatest attributes at the quarterback position. Channing Sarver can learn from him throwing.
Absolutely.
But as far as improvising goes, I mean, you can watch as much as you want. That's going to be you have to kind of self-develop that, and hopefully he continues to work on that. But I'm excited to see how he'll perform if given that starting role next year.
Like you said, he has Colton Helms to learn from, and you can tell he has learned from them or from him.
Yes.
But to get that experience too, it's 1st and goal at the 9. The Grizzlies are going to go back here out on the field and hopefully score here in this last 30 seconds of the ball game. So we will see what happens as the Grizzlies offense take the field here with 29.3 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and Sharber's going to look to pass, and it is going to be intercepted by number 15, Tab, and it'll be taken over by Bluefield. And I just feel like that just kind of,
Yeah, you could see the disappointment in Sarver there walking off the field. He knew he made a mistake, tried to force that ball, a little bit wobbly. Tough cross-body throw on the run, especially for a junior with not much experience in that position. Kind of doing the best he can there, but definitely something that play he's going to be thinking about this entire offseason.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's just not what you want to see, too. You know what I mean? You work so hard to get in there, and obviously the interception's not what you want. But now the Beavers are going to take over here. Obviously, I think they have to run the ball here just to get out of the end zone. But then after that, it will be interesting to see what comes from this, as the Beavers are going to take the knee, as that is how I believe it is going to finish here.
Yes.
As it is 36-7 is your final score here. And guys, obviously tonight's not the results you wanted.
Yeah.
But we talked about multiple times, turning the page next week to Eastern Greenbrier. What are some stuff you think the Grizzlies have learned from tonight that they can take into next week? Big game next week, like we've talked about multiple times. Homecoming game. So what are some stuff you think they can take away from this game for next week? You said similar opponent, Jackson. So what are some stuff you think they can learn from?
I think, first of all, one of the biggest things we can take away from tonight is open field tackling, right?
Yes.
We had guys, we were there in the area of the ball carrier, just couldn't get him wrapped up, couldn't get him down, had a hard time doing that. Up front, Bluefield, I mean, we said before this game started, the battle is won in the trenches. Bluefield, I believe, just about every play of the game won that battle up front. Need to work on that.
Yes.
Offensively, I mean, same thing up front. However, I think we can utilize the pass a little bit more. Nash is going to be there. He's a dog.
Yes.
But I think we need to utilize the pass just a little bit more, figure out ways to get guys open using the play action, maybe a little bit of motion, moving guys around just to get the defense in the wrong spot possibly and take advantage of that.
No, I agree. I think one of the biggest takeaways from the game for the Grizzlies is they got to key a little bit better on what the other team is doing. I feel like they made the adjustments. They just weren't quite there. This is a tough Bluefield team. You can't you can't look at this on every aspect. I mean, this team is a very powerful team. You know, we talked about that, but I think the Grizzlies just really, like you said, go to the air a little bit more. Devin Nash, after that 511-yard game, every single team that we have played saw that. They saw it all over Facebook.
Absolutely.
Thursday night game, they were probably watching it too.
Yeah.
Friday in class.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They're going to focus on that until they play us. And I think obviously the past 2 games that he has had have been powerful. He's trying, he's forcing. He's not getting as many yards as we've seen him get the previous games leading up to that. Colton Helms is a very talented quarterback. He has a great arm. We need to look to him, rely on that arm a little bit more, free up the space for Devin Nash.
So next week's Eastern Greenbrier, it's going to be a big game. We hope everybody comes out and supports. That's going to most likely do it for our broadcast tonight. We just want to give our shout out to SCTV. Just thank you so much for letting them come on and just letting us come to them and have so much fun with this. And I can't wait to be back here next Friday. So from our entire crew, Aiden Prophet, Trevor Kaufman, and Adam down on the sideline. Of course, Sam Young, our producer. From Jackson Morriston, Evan Prendergast, I'm Grant Kuiper saying have a wonderful night, everybody.